Hey everyone, welcome back. Hey, it's PV WolfCreek time again, so let's jump into the game and see what's going on today. Alright then, so yeah, not a lot really going on. Hey Mr. Wheels, how you doing? Cool, that's sounding rather loud. Hang on, so let me just drop that down a bit. Let's see how that is. Is that any better? That's not too bad actually. Wow, holy heck. Yeah, for some reason all my settings were all messed up again. I had another Windows update, so... Oh, joy. So, one thing I wanted to try and do is expand this field here. So what I'm actually going to do is combine all of these fields into one big one by the basically the back of my main farm here. Um, One thing I am considering doing, but yeah, how you doing, Mr. Wheels? Um, yeah, is all the animals at the back here. I want to do something else with them. So also I've got sheep down here and cows, which are the two main ones. I want to try and clear out from here and maybe reduce the size of the area at the back here and expand that field a little bit more possibly. One thing, so obviously I do have a sheep farm set up already. So what I'm probably going to do is either take these to the butchers. Depending on the age, I might actually just chuck them in with the rest of the sheep. And obviously the same with the cows. Now obviously these cows have been here since I started most of these guys. Um, the pen is actually full, so it's one of the smaller ones, 45 animal capacity there. So yeah, I'm probably going to transport them over as well to my cow farm. So obviously that's going to clear this area out. So what I'll probably end up doing is taking all the trees out, maybe move the chickens up into this area, and maybe sort of bring in the farm a little bit closer, as it were, type thing. So let's go up and have a look. So obviously there's my main farm just there. So I'm actually I could even bring it up a bit further. It is basically squaring off here, then obviously having the main farm and the chickens all together, and then I could make the rest of it a bit of a field in here. Obviously I do have some sheds over here, so I'll probably end up moving them. There is some bales in there. Obviously this is a little project I'm thinking of for over the winter period, so I've got something at least to do. Obviously I've got some what was that, cotton bales down here in the sheds for storage. I might even move them. Not sure yet what to do with that. Obviously it's quite full. Well, it's not actually full. It's got about 2 or 3 bales in there. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking of at the minute. So in essence, bringing all these in together. So it comes all the way up here. I might actually wait till this is harvested. I'm not sure yet. It is wheat. Obviously wheat is one of the things I'm waiting for. What I could actually do is maybe set it up, bring it up to maybe close to the line and up and around, and just leave this field to once it's harvested. I could leave it and then plough it all together afterwards. Obviously I've got some carrots here I need to move. I've got some boxes I need to get rid of. I was playing around with the Grim potato pack and added carrots into it. Worked fine. So it's not too bad. Obviously, one of the pieces of equipment did throw an arrow on it, which was a bit of a pain for a fill type. But yeah, once that's cleared, I'll probably end up chucking it away. Hey, Master Mika, how you doing, bud? So, other things going on around the map. Obviously, I haven't been able to get over and do anything with BGA yet. Obviously, in this bottom corner on top of the mountain, I kind of want to create my own little BGA area using the pumps and hoses stuff. Um, Over here, I've actually gone through just a little while, finished ploughing all of the fields together. I just hope this guy isn't going to get too close to these trees, otherwise it's going to be a pain to get him out of there. So that's pretty much set up for next year. Actually, while I'm over here, I can come out of here a sec. Turn this flight mode off. There we go. And what I'll do is I'll enable these. I'll go up to about 3. So I'm going to need to come through and collect the last little bits. Not sure why it's missing bits, but I'll get them afterwards, and obviously lime it and stuff. One thing I am planning on doing is removing precision farming. Obviously at the minute the only reason I'm keeping it is for obviously the money boost for when I sell. To be honest, it's just too much of a hassle. I like going back to how I was doing it beforehand, and I was getting a pretty good yield. One thing I do need to come do is obviously defoliate my blueberries and grapes, and as you can see I now need to plough it finally. The only thing I have noticed, and I don't know if any of you guys have been able to do it, but I've never been able to get these to mulch any of these crops, to be honest. I've got grapes there, I've got blueberries, I've tried doing them, never been able to do it. Tried different times of the year, I've even come over, I might actually be able to do it on there now. But yeah, I end up getting the olives and the coffee harvested. I think that was during the last stream, last Wednesday, or whenever it was. It was a while ago. Friday maybe, yeah. I was kind of like here, there and everywhere. So what have I done since I last streamed? Let's have a look. So down here, obviously I've got my Sam Adams brewery placed down. I've got a fair few bits in here now. Obviously on this side here, obviously I did have a hemp field. Obviously I've now placed down a silo which is over here. I think I did this actually prior to the last one. But I've actually got hops to hemp up and running. That's actually given me enough hops to actually get this filled up. I do need to get in and add some more. Actually, I've got pretty much all the pumpkin I've had so far. Some of these other crops needed for this. Just out of curiosity, what do I need in here? Let's have a little look quickly. So obviously I do need rye, which is going to be within a field unless I've got any in storage. Barley's going to be a pain. Wheat is a pain. It may obviously. They're such annoying. I may end up just buying some just to get it up and running. Obviously I do need to get some water in here. I'm not sure even why that's set to 1. That should be priority 1. Obviously electricity in that. Once these are activated, this should then start kicking in. Actually, what I could do is just temporarily kick them in just to get that stuff producing. One thing obviously with the next map, pumpkin batch is going to be a seasonal product. Hey Neil, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Yeah, pumpkin batch, and I believe Dave wants to add in eggnog again. So obviously pumpkin batch will be a sort of Halloween type product, so it's only going to be produced at certain times of the year. Obviously at the minute, sell price wise, it's only the best time to sell it is in autumn. Obviously once the eggnog is added, that's going to be more of a Christmas period type product. So I'm just going to leave that for the minute. I am missing a few products here and there that I do need to get in here, but I might just, like I said, I've got a little bit of money there. I could always take a bit of a loan just to get those other, at least a little minimum amount in and up and running. See, that is now got 3 full pallets ready. Yeah, so not actually a lot been done. I've been kind of busy doing another project, which I will show off in a little while. And I've got a tractor in the tree there. Obviously, I'm going to need him in a little while to get those defoliated and stuff. I do need to clear out the wine cellar or factory there. One of the big things I do need to do is go through and try and get a lot of these factories emptied out. That is something I am severely lacking at the minute, is getting round. Also, one thing I did do, and I think I mentioned at the last stream when I was on here, is I've actually gone through, removed the road that was coming down through here, as well as this road along here. I think it does look a lot better without it, actually, in my opinion. obviously the main reason I took it out, and then any of you guys can do it to be honest, is over on this end here, it was actually floating, which is kind of a pain, so I kind of wanted this a little bit neater and tidier, so I ended up going into the i3D. Basically what you need to do is unzip the map, load up the i3D for the map itself in Giant's editor, and then find those pieces and then just delete them. It doesn't cause any errors in that, as long as you only delete the road pieces themselves. So that's that. But yeah, something I'm kind of thinking of is obviously that expanding that one field behind the main farm. Obviously you've got to wait really because of that crop that's in there at the minute. So obviously, yeah. And possibly, and I can't remember if I put anything over here actually. Let's have a little look. I think I had some bees somewhere around here, but depending on where they are, yeah. So what I'll probably end up doing is just curving the field around here, so it comes all the way around, and then it's going to line up with that field. Obviously, once that's harvested next year, I can then plough both fields together. So yeah, this is what I'm basically working on at the minute. This clearing this river area out, or the stream, I should say. I've got this road to probably take out. I'm going to leave the houses there for the minute because they are producing obviously work, labour and stuff. But I do need to clear these carrot pallets. I'm hoping I can get rid of these guys. I really hope so. Otherwise, it's going to be a pain. May end up just putting like a bucket full in each. Hey, Mr. Oh, cripes. I forgot I was still muted in Discord. How you doing, Mr. Wheels?
Hello, sir. Doing all right.
Oh, good, 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 good. Right. There, so that's mainly my plan of attack, and I just realised my game sounds is not turned on, and that might help. I thought it was sounding a little bit quiet in there. There we go, that's better. Yeah, but how is Mr. Wheels doing today? I noticed you were in Mr. Darius's chat there a little while ago.
Yeah, just hanging around. Got some work done, and I'm updated PV WolfCreek here, so I'm
Nice.
just jumping in there to.
Yeah, there's not a lot to be updated, to be honest. I know it's been out. The final version is pretty much out now, guys. If any of you who haven't got it, make sure to go on the mod folder switcher, grab it from there.
I think you had some animation updates that I didn't get.
Yeah, mainly just for the factories and such. Adding in
Yep.
some palette visuals. So.
Yep, that's what it was.
Yep.
I haven't had it open in a little while, so.
Wow. So there is one thing, like I said, I've been working on a side project this week. It's mainly because of Mr. Darius Frost. I'm going to show it off now for anybody that's out there.
I like side projects.
Yeah, I hate side projects. It's his fault. He wants a new trailer, basically. I wanted a new trailer. Something where he could transport more products in one go. So we had a little look at what's base game, and
I'm interested.
So we actually found a trailer. Well, it's actually two trailers in one. A lot of you guys who've been watching like T Miller and I think Darius has showed it off as well. We basically found a trailer that has two trailers in one that has basically 4 compartments, and I've basically chosen that one. It's another belly dump, unfortunately, but it's a nice trailer. I like it, and it's going to be. Oh, there's a triple hopper there too. Wow. An edit of the Distinction Super B, and it's this one right here. For some reason, it won't go into the PV category. I'm not sure why. So what I've basically gone through and done is added a few decals to it. So first of all, obviously you can have it plain if you want to. You don't have to have it. Hey, T Miller, how you doing, buddy? Actually, while I think about it, let me give you guys a quick shout out. So obviously we do have Mr. Wheels 24/7 in chat with us at the minute.
Oh, I guess I could have done that for you.
You're fine. And we'll give Mr. T Miller 63. There we go. A shout out as well. There you go. So make sure you're following those guys. I know most of you are anyway, but make sure you go over Follow Mr. Wheels 24/7 and T Miller. They're both amazing streamers. So yeah, as I was saying, obviously you can have the trailers as plain if you wanted to, or you could have the SGA logos on both of them. Obviously it is on both sides of the trailer. This is going to be applying to. Obviously, second one, obviously you can have all 20 whatever SGA streamers. Plus, obviously, I did add in Mr. KW as well. Obviously, he is the master moderator and he deserves to be on everything, personally.
Yep.
23, that's the one, yep. So, obviously, that's on both sides. If you wanted to, you could just have it on just one trailer if you wanted to. So what I've done is I put the streamers just on one trailer. Obviously each side is different. Obviously you can have the SGA logo just on the front, and obviously the same with the back trailer. Obviously got your
Wow.
streamers there, your SGA logo. Now if you wanted to do a bit of both, you can do. So you could have it in this configuration where you got your SGA logo on the front and the streamers on the back. Or you could have it the reversed way with the streamers on the front and the SGA logo on the back. This is how I kind of like it, with the streamers at the front,
Hmm.
SGA logo at the back. That's what I've got on my trailer. Actually, been playing around with this actually in this game, and it's not bad actually. And then obviously you can have it just plain if you wanted to. One thing as well that T Miller may not have noticed, and I don't think it's on his, I also added my little alpaca onto the back. Obviously, it was something that Darius mentioned, so I might as well do it for him.
Nice.
So I've
Nice.
shoved that on there. The nice thing with this as well, if
Yeah.
say for instance you wanted to run, I don't know, even more than just a four, what you can do is buy say 3 or 4 of this set, sell at least 2 or 3 of the back ones, and just keep the fronts, and they can actually interlock all of them. So you could have like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 road train basically with that, with like 10 products or more. It's up to you guys, obviously. Obviously, what I have done as well is I've added additional capacities to this as well. So obviously, you are going to be starting off with your base game capacity there, which is 70. I have no idea what the conversion of that is. So something is messing up my settings. So let me go in here. One sec. The distinction. Oh crap! I have no idea. So it's going to be whatever the base game is to start off with, and then each additional extension is what I've basically called it. Mine doesn't have the alpaca. Okay, so you can, if you want to grab that, you're more than welcome. I have actually gone through and just adjusted the decals a little. There was a little bit of flickering going on with some of the decals still. Hopefully it's now sorted, so Mr. T Miller can have that as well if he wants to. But yeah, like I said, each of the additional capacities doubles the overall thing. So obviously at the minute it's 75.6 meters squared, whatever the heck that is, or I have no idea what the. I think it's one of those mods that's adjusting that, unfortunately. Obviously, it's going to be doubling that to 151.2 on extension. Obviously, it is going to cost you a little bit for this, just to keep it. I'm trying to keep you guys from not cheating too much, really. Hence the extra cost.
Just a little bit, not
Yeah.
too much.
So obviously, extension 2 is going to be double, basically, no, triple what the original capacity would be. So 226.8. Yep. And then obviously the final extension is going to be 302.4. I have to figure out what the heck that is in liters. So that is basically what you're going to be getting. And then obviously back to the beginning. Obviously I have added
Nice.
in multiple colours, so you can have it any colour you want. I quite like the chrome myself. Obviously the colour, the cover I should say. Obviously it's got all your base game ones plus obviously what it originally has. Actually what I could do is go with a bit of pink, I think this time round, just to show it off a little bit. And obviously rim colours, obviously the original ones that were there already. I think it was just those two actually. Obviously I've added in all these additional ones, so you've got some chrome ones, there's matte, there's metallic, all that.
Well,
Not
nice
yet,
job.
Neil, hang on a sec, let me finish.
Nice job.
Yeah, so obviously you can still have the license plate as well. It is a nice little trailer for you guys. There, so let me go back to the one I usually have it on. So yeah, overall, obviously these decals will cost only a couple hundred extra if you want them, or obviously you can have them as plain if you wanted to. If you guys want it, exclamation mark trailer in chat will give you a link to download it. What I'll do after this stream, I'll put it on the SGA website for anybody. There you go, thank you T Miller. But obviously if anybody has any issues, let me know. One thing I did do as well is I changed it. Obviously, it's set up as an auger wagon category to pull from. I've changed it to bulk, so it should load in everything. 1 cubic meter equals 1,000 liters. All right, Shy Wizard, thanks. So there you go. So that's going. So that's going to be about 75,000 liters, roughly, to wrong one. 302.4 thousand liters. So yeah, so just a little capacity. I decided I wanted to try and keep it a little bit lower. Now, one thing I did do as well, I did test the capacities with the base game trucks. The first two capacity options will pull perfectly without needing update mass equals false added to it. Once I got to the second and third extensions, it was struggling so bad I could hardly freaking move the truck. So I've added that in. So the last two options do not have update capacity mass added to it. So it basically removes the weight issue. So yeah. Hey Patrick, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. So that's that. Obviously, if I can get it to work in, add into the PV mods, it'd be great. But for some reason, it just does not want to add it. And I've set it up exactly the same way as everything, and no go, unfortunately.
Nice job there, Billy. That's awesome.
Yeah, actually, when I first did the pace setters, the special edition pace setters and all that for the SGA, I looked at that first and thought, oh, should I do that one? I decided not to, because obviously it was dubbed 2 trailers, didn't really want to go that far. But I ended up doing them anyway. But obviously I do have mine right here. Obviously, like I said, I've got the SGA logos on the back, and obviously the streamers all on the front. And obviously they do include the new streamers. Obviously I've got Mouse there. Let's see, who am I missing? Obviously Not So Grumpy Dwarf. He's now on there. There's a little guy on the tractor there. Obviously got Bad Tackles. Imperial Gamer was nice enough to send over his logo. Obviously Bravo Chick has been added to Evil Reyes. I have left, if anybody doesn't know this one, this is Obi-Wan. And he's a streamer. He hasn't streamed for quite a while due to personal reasons, but I've left him in for now. Whether he stays part of the SGA, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, obviously, if you guys do have any issues with the trailers, let me know. I have tested them out. One thing you may still have issues with is some of the factory unloading. Hey Enduro, how you doing, bud? One thing I did do is I actually went through to the peanut factory because JD fan mentioned about unloading with a belly dump and it didn't seem to work. So what I've actually done is I've actually dropped it down. Let me bring this up. You can actually see that it's a lot lower.
I see that.
So what I'm going to do is update as many of my factories as possible that I've converted and see if we can get it up final version put on the SGA mod full switcher at some point.
Deluxe version.
Yeah, a super deluxe or something, I don't know.
Platinum.
But yeah, obviously
Billy's
it will
platinum
unload onto
version.
here, so it does work fine. What am I out of? I need to get some peanuts over here, actually.
Eventually, you'll have to start calling it the Billy Edit
Yeah.
someday.
A couple of other things I do want to try and do. Maybe for the next map, I'm not sure yet. But obviously with this one, I am planning on bringing dominoes back as well. How you doing, Aussie Wheels, bud? Is adding the loading pipe thing. Obviously, with the sugar factory, you load up sugar as a loose product. I'm kind of thinking I might try that with these again. Obviously, there's a little pipe here that you could load into. So I think I might add that back in as well. Obviously, that needs to be added to the tipper category.
Did you see that mod that allows you to turn anything into a silo?
I had, well, I think it was no, you mentioned it last night. Yeah, I've not
I
actually
mentioned it
looked at it.
yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, I've not looked at it personally yet, but
I don't know if
interesting
that
idea.
gives any clues on modding other things, but the way they did it.
To
But,
be honest, the thing that's helped me figure these out is obviously Mr. MP7 Reaper out there wanted a seed maker
gotcha.
converted from 19. So I basically converted it for him. It's actually part of the mod pack now. It's an old global company one, and it matches in with the smaller, like the fur and herb maker. That's why I'm running over here. So obviously you got your liquid fertilizer and your herbicide makers.
Oh yeah.
And then obviously you do have the old seed maker one. Obviously, this unloads loose product. I kind of had to figure out how that works and everything. So with figuring that out, I was able to fix the stone crusher. Obviously, that's now got the pipe effect. That was one of the updates Mr. Wheels had. But I can actually use the same principle with some of the other factories and see if I can get them working. I feel like I just seen you somewhere, Billy. I get around quite a bit. I do. Yep.
Yep.
Right.
At least
Actually,
in
what
a
I need
lot
to
of
do is keep
places.
on is this guy over here, who's now full. Okay, so I need to get a tractor and trailer over here.
Can find
Quickly.
Billy at many locations
Yeah, not often.
simultaneously.
Done about simultaneously, but I have been known to be in 3 or 4 streams in one go. But yeah, if anybody wants the trailer, they're more than welcome to just do !trailer in chat. Obviously, it's the B train. Hopefully, it's the B train. So I'm just going to leave that there because I need to go around the edge on that because I think he might have missed some. I'll leave you there. Maybe grabbing someone else. Oop. There's you. Oh, perfect. Now, do I have a trailer spare? It's the only problem, I'm running out of trailers as well. It's not good, guys. It is not good. Nope. I'm trying to think, where did I have it? Where did I have it? I had it a little while ago. I was loading the honeys and stuff. Oh, dang it. Yes. But just so you guys are aware as well, I have heard from Mr. Dajnet. He is still alive. Oh, okay, there they are. He is still alive. He's dealing with some real life stuff, so we'll hopefully be back once he's got all that dealt with. So obviously keep him in mind in your thoughts and prayers and stuff, like he gets everything sorted out. Right, that will do. That's what I was doing, clearing out my clothing. I need some help with some mods. Would you be able to help with them? Yeah, go for it, Aussie Wheels. If you want to send them over, let me know what's up with them. I'll have a little look when I'm not streaming. Probably later this evening. Yeah, Dave is fine, so hopefully he'll be back before you know it. I'm not even sure if he's going to be streaming today. We'll have to sort of keep our eyes on Twitch. I can never remember which one's which, so let's do both. Customize. I'm going to leave it on that trailer. Yeah, it's fine. Customize that.
Good, thank you for that update.
Yeah, obviously I've been messaging him the last couple of days to see how he's doing and stuff. He finally got back to me yesterday, which was kind of cool. I like it. just to let us know that he was alive and just dealing with some stuff. So it's cool.
Roger that.
Dang it, which one is it? Let's customize that as well. Actually, I should repair them so I know which one's which. But I do like these trailers a lot. There we go. There we go. Right then, we'll empty him out. And oh yeah, you got at least 7 hours sleep there, so that's kind of cool, Mr. Patrick. Obviously, if any of you guys are not following, obviously T Miller, make sure to go over and follow him. He's so close to hitting his 1,800 followers. There's like one short earlier.
Dude, awesome.
Yeah, so
nice job.
Make sure to do that, yeah, guys. Get him over that 1,800 follower mark. And he's also planning, I think, on doing maybe a 12 or 24 hour stream as a celebration for that at some point. What I think about it. I need to do another shout because I totally missed him, but I seen him there. Mr. Enduro. Oh, stop misbehaving. There we go. So make sure to go over. There he is. So Mr. Enduro, go give him a follow. If you want something that's a little bit more chilled out, definitely well worth checking them out. You don't know him? Yeah. There we go. Right, so.
I wish I could watch him more, but he's on while I'm sleeping.
Yeah, thankfully for me, he's on quite early in the morning for me, so I can catch a lot of his stream. I do lurker a lot, to be honest, first thing in the morning. So once I drop my daughter off, I'll go over and start blasting him with sounds and stuff. Make a right entrance, that's for sure. Alright, so you're fine for now. Ah, okay. Oh, well, dang. Let's see if we can get up to 1900 before he does his live stream, or even more. But it's nice to follow all the SGA guys anyway. Right, so let me get this guy going. I want to get this area cleared out today.
Now, if he does a 24-hour stream, then I'll catch him.
Oh, you would, wouldn't you? That'd be kind of cool. Yeah.
He's like, well, Wheels, when are you gonna do yours?
Oh, yeah.
Not anytime soon.
I know I'm sort of around about 20 short, I think, maybe 19 short on 900. So, the worst thing is, obviously, with my real life being a carer and stuff, it is very hard to get in these longer streams.
Yeah.
Especially at the minute where my wife is. So.
Yep.
I'm sure I'll try and figure something out at some point. Maybe even like just a 12 hour, couple of 12 hours if I can over a couple of weekends or something, just to say, yay, did it finally.
I might handle 12, but 24, no way.
Yeah.
I couldn't handle that personally. I couldn't.
Yeah, I could do 12 hour. I know when I did my last one, my last 12 hour, it was okay. But obviously getting closer to the end, I was really feeling tired and exhausted and stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get off.
Yeah, I would have that too, I'm sure.
I think the last maybe 2 hours was really dragging. I was like, oh, okay.
Like 8 or 9 or so. That's a lot, but that's doable. But 12 minutes, that'd be tough for me. But I think really I could do it.
It's tiring. Obviously, you're in a wheelchair as well, aren't you? So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One would be surprised, though. You get tired anyway.
Yep.
Even though you can sit in one spot, it's...
Yeah, and I'm not a young lad anymore, that's for sure.
It definitely is a challenge to...
There we go, park you up here.
To do that.
Alright, Aussie Wheels, good night, buddy.
Start at noon and end at midnight.
Yep.
Well, if you do that, then I'll barely catch them before I go to sleep. Then,
Mm.
but that's okay.
12 hours is not a problem for me because I can start at noon and end at midnight. Yeah, exactly. I think when I did it from. Obviously, this is my time. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah, that'd be.
That wasn't too bad, but obviously, like I said, those last few hours were really dragged
Yeah, for me, it would
when it
be
was
like
quiet.
9 to 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe before the end of the year, it could happen.
Ah, maybe. You never know.
We'll see what happens in life.
Let's move that off. Thing is, do I need to raise that up any? Or can I get away with that? Let's see. Because until it's ploughed, I'll never really know. But yeah, out of curiosity, what do you think of that Fallout that Mr. Darius is?
Well, I played it for
Okay.
about 50 hours or so
All right.
in the
Okay.
past, and it wasn't bad. Um, it's definitely more fun in multiplayer.
See, I'm not into those sort of games, so it's really kind of boring for me.
Yeah,
I don't mind sort of having it on in the background while I'm doing other things, but
yeah,
usually playing it, nah,
it
not my
got
thing.
a little bit lackluster for me, but that was right when it first came out, and it was lacking in a lot of areas, which I can't really remember too much now.
Right.
But I know they've updated it a lot, um, so it could be that the current content is good,
Mm.
you know.
So you'll be
But
playing that again at some point.
maybe, you know.
Yeah, I want to catch Wheels and X-Man sometime, but it's hard.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
so now
Yeah.
you want to do something in Discord with about cosplay and auto drive as well, don't you, T Miller, for a few of your viewers? Yeah, I have no idea on them. Well, I know little bits about cosplay and auto drive, but yeah, I
Really
don't run
enjoyed.
them. It's kind of hard. Oh look,
Yeah, I've really enjoyed using auto drive the last couple of days for emptying my combines.
talking of combines, what I just spotted. Don't know
I
if you
have
guys spotted it
really
there,
enjoyed it.
but spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! There's a pink combine right there.
Okay.
Right, I got to try and figure out how far up I want this to come. See, I'm actually
It's,
thinking I might chop off the top of this field and bring it in line with that there, because that's not too
it's
bad. Maybe plant some trees at the end. I don't know.
it's always so hard to remember where you were on PV when you put it down for a few days,
Yeah.
and then you got to
Well.
catch up, run around and catch up because it's like,
Oh, I've got somebody at the door. Back in a minute.
yep, yeah, auto drive really is an awesome tool, T Miller. And I'd love to see what you've done with it, but you know, this the difference. Of course, I could always go back and watch your VOD, right? I mean, welcome to Darius's raid. Billy will be right back. He had to go answer the door. How's everybody doing today? How was Darius's stream today? Chucky, hello. Pompies, welcome aboard, guys. Hope you're having a great day. If you weren't here earlier, Billy might have a surprise that he told us about.
Yellow.
Hello. He
Yeah.
told us a secret while you weren't here.
Oh, did he? What did I miss?
Well, I think you know about it, but I don't know if your cat did, but
Ooh, I'm back. Sorry. There we go.
you have to ask Billy about his
Thank
surprise.
you very much, Mr. Darius, for the raid. Did anyone put a shout out? Nope. Okay.
Oh,
And
no.
how
I was
rude.
talking, but I wasn't typing, Billy.
Right, let me give you a shout out, Darius. Oh, Frist. Nope.
I
Frost.
might have told them you had a surprise that they missed.
Yeah, I've shown it off. No, yeah, not doing it again. But anyway, thank you very much, Mr. Darius Frost, for
Oh, nice,
um,
Billy,
the
nice.
raid.
Awesome.
And how you
Showed it
doing,
off already.
Chucky the Farmer? How you doing, Pompies? MacGyver? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I'm gonna have to show it off again, ain't I? Dang it. I'll get back to this in
You
a
have
minute.
to. It's a work of art, man.
It's nice. So, for any of you guys who missed it a little while ago, so obviously I've been working on a new trailer for Mr. Darius Frost. Mainly for Darius, but there was obviously for anybody else who wants it, and it's going to be in the Lord King Distinction Super B, and it's an SGA Special Edition trailer. Obviously, I've set it up as bulk, so it should take pretty much anything on the map. So I'm going to have to run through this quickly again. Obviously, I've added some decals onto this. So design-wise, you're going to have the default, which has nothing, apart from my little alpaca, because Darius wanted that on there as well.
Yes, I did.
Signature.
Yes, exactly. It's got to be there.
Every artist has a
Actually,
signature.
while I think about the tanker as well that Darius has, the MK80 whatever it is, that's also been updated with the alpaca on the back. I'll show that in a minute. That's one thing I haven't showed. It's on the SGA website already and updated. Obviously, T Miller's already done the exclamation mark trailer for anybody who wants this. So your design wise, you're gonna have the default with no decals on the side. You can have the SGA logo on both. Obviously, this is going to be applied to both sides, so I'm just going to show off the one side. Option 2, you're going to have obviously all 23 SGA members, including KW. Obviously, I have added in all the new ones like Grumpy Dwarf, Imperial Gamer, by Tacos. One other person thinking about it, capacity a million. Nope. There is one other person I would love to add, and it's Mr. Shy Wizard, because I think he does an amazing job in the community. I would love to maybe get hold of his logo and maybe add it as well later on. But anyway, so this is obviously the current members anyway. If you didn't want it on both, you could have it on just one trailer, say for instance the front. Obviously you got the streamers on the front there, or the logo. Or if you want it on the back trailer, you could do exactly the same again. If you want both trailers, obviously I've added that as an option as well for you guys. So you could have the SGA logo on the front, the streamers on the back, or vice versa. Also, if you wanted to run without any of it, obviously you do have that default option anyway. So capacity wise, obviously I've added 3 additional capacities. So obviously you start off with your base game capacity, which is 75.6 thousand litres, whatever it is. Obviously that is going to be combined for both trailers, and each capacity is going to add in the same amount again. So obviously capacity 2 is going to double that to 151.2 thousand litres, or whatever it is. Something is messing this up, but yeah, it's hang on a sec, I'm being tapped. I don't know. Delivery drivers still not turned up. Obviously, where I'm on the 9th floor, guys. Obviously we have got an intercom to get in, and we've got a delivery coming, and for some reason he's taking forever to get to our front door. So I'm wondering if he's doing some other drops. Anyway, back to this trailer quickly. So obviously, like I said, each extension is going to add in the same amount again. So obviously, extension 1 is going to double it. Extension 2 is then going to triple it to 226.8. There's the door now. And then obviously extension 3 is going to quadruple it. So standard, double, triple, and then quadruple the capacity. One thing I did do is obviously the base and the extension 1 can be pulled with any vehicle. Doesn't need any update mass or anything added to it. Obviously, option 2 or extension 2 and 3, I did have to add it in because it did the truck I was using was struggling quite a lot, so I added it in to remove obviously any weight issues. So in addition to this, obviously you got main color options, quite a few. Obviously you got chrome, you got metallic, matte, as well as flaked metal or metal flaked, which is slightly different texture look to it. So slightly damaged almost, I think I class it as. Don't know why I keep going for pink, but it's a pain. We'll go for a bit of black. Oh, that looks quite nice. Obviously, the cover, I should say, obviously has the original colours that it comes with, base game, as well as all the default ones. So let's pop a black on there. That looks quite nice. And obviously, rim colours again. You have the default ones that it comes with, plus obviously a lot of extras if you wanted to. But obviously, you do have the chrome, which is really nice. Also, you can have a license plate on the back as well if you want to, and that looks really quite nice actually, just plain black. But yeah, if anybody wants it, is gonna obviously exclamation mark trailer, which obviously Team Miller's already done for you guys. But like I mentioned, obviously the liquid tanker as well, that I did. Obviously it'd be under my category. It's the MKS 32. Obviously Mr. Darius Frost has been using this a lot, but obviously on the back now we do have the alpaca right on the back there, so pick your
Looks
best
really
colors.
nice and fancy with that alpaca on the back.
Yep, Billy's watermark.
Yep. You could
Well,
have,
yeah,
there we
he's
go.
got to put it on his mods.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, obviously I did have it on the
Mhm.
bumper, but obviously Darius did want it on the back to show it off a little bit
No,
more.
man. No, it's got to be a
Yeah.
big alpaca
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got
in
to
your
be a big
face.
alpaca.
Let you know
Got to
you're
be
in
the
the
big one.
house.
Yeah. No worries, Pompey. So yeah, this tanker is now on the SGA website already updated. Obviously after the stream, what I will do is I'll add the new trailer as well for anybody who wants to use it. So there we go, showed that off, so that's cool. But yep, how is Mr. Darius doing anyway?
Doing all right today.
Yep.
I'm not near as achy as I was earlier this week, which is fantastic.
Oh, good.
It
Just
was
to
like
say you
some weird
sounded better.
24-hour bug that was going around that it hit my wife first, then it
Oh
hit
my.
me, and yeah, I ended up with a fever, and it's like every little thing hurt to
Yeah.
the point where it almost made me sick to my stomach. It was like, this is not cool. What is going on?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was good
no.
to hear you sounding better today, man.
Yeah, definitely.
I heard you
Yeah.
talk to you yesterday, man. Man, he's hurting.
Oh yeah, it was miserable. I mean, I've never been that bad before. It was like, this isn't cool.
Yeah, it's not nice. That is for sure. Oh, I'm gonna have troubles with this bit, I think. Right. Yes. I am. So my problem with landscaping, I hate it. Really do.
That's the only problem with it. I hate it.
Yeah.
Well, that is an issue if you got to do it.
Yeah. Right, let's bring that over a little bit. There we go. It's mainly where obviously other objects are there. That's where I really have the issues. Probably like most of you guys. Is it a bit loud for you guys? I can turn them down if you want. Yeah, let's try and soften that bit off. I can make them quieter if you want. There we go. Let's just smooth that bit off. So yeah, if anybody missed it, bit of a spoiler alert. Check out this little tunnel here on Wolf Creek. Might have a nice little surprise there. But yeah, not sure if you caught it, Mr. Darius, but Dave has been in contact. He is still alive.
Yeah, I had messaged him the other day, just touching bases, see how he was doing, figuring, you know,
So that's good. Yeah, just
and
dealing
he
with some real
says
life
just
stuff.
dealing with some life stuff, and
Yep.
all right, yeah, that I
Yep.
get it, I get it. You need to talk. We're here.
Oh, exactly. And if he's out there,
I mean,
yeah,
I kind of know
thoughts and
some of
prayers.
what he's going. I mean, obviously between the disease and everything else, you know,
Yeah.
we're here. If you need to
Yep.
talk,
Even if you
if you
want to,
want to, if you want to just vent, so
yep.
be it. You know,
Or if
I'm
you
here
want to make
for
a
it.
private chat, you're more than welcome to message any of us, and we'll jump
Yeah,
into a private
that's kind of what I
message.
said. It's like you can
Yeah.
message me private call, or you know, we'll jump into streamers. You know, no streaming lounge. I've actually been kind of hanging out in the no streaming lounge in the
Yeah.
event that maybe Dave decides, you know what, I need to vent or something.
Or even just
All right,
like a
vent.
private through Discord or whatever.
Yeah, private call, whatever. That's kind of
Yep.
what I said. You know,
Yeah.
private call or jump into no streaming or wherever. You know, if you need to
Yeah.
vent,
We're all here for you,
chat.
Dave, if you're out there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're here hanging out, whatever, lurking, we know you do,
Yep.
and you know,
Shoes a minute.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If you need us,
There we go, that's not too bad. Yep.
that's kind of what this whole thing is. Is we're kind of like one big giant family now, aren't we?
Well, exactly. Let me turn Discord down a little bit. Hopefully
Dave's
that's a little bit
dad,
better.
Billy's mom. I mean,
Right. Let me try
I
that.
mean, I don't know what role NBC takes on that, but you know,
the older brother that's not
that's
afraid to slap you around and set you
that's
straight.
that's what I was thinking. He's like the older brother. That's actually what I was thinking in
He
my
is
head.
the older brother that's not afraid to slap you around when you need it.
You know,
Yeah.
Blum's the crazy uncle. You know,
Try that. Keep chatting. I'm adjusting my volumes at the minute. Let's try that. There. See how that does it. But yeah, fingers crossed that's a little bit better for you guys. Yeah, I had a Windows update and freaking everything is buggered up again. It's annoying. What was I doing? Smooth. Soften. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so what I'm just going to do for anyone who's just joined, obviously, with Mr. Darius and don't know what the heck I'm doing. So I'm going to try and combine all of these fields. So this one up here, this field here. I am going to clear this area out and combine that into one big huge field here as well. So once this field is harvested next year, because obviously it's a field of wheat, I'm then going to plough it all together into one big humongous field. So this is one thing I need to sort out at the minute. While I'm here, I can get it at least partly prepped for next season. It's not too bad. I do need to clear this lot out though as well. But yeah, I think what I'll probably end up doing is bring this down because it's not too bad. Obviously, depending on what it's like when it's ploughed around here, is probably going to be the biggest test. Oh, excuse me. The rest of that's not too bad. Yep, I can cope with that. Just got to tidy up this little area at the bottom here. And hey, Kev, how you doing, buddy? There we go. That obviously I want a bit of a gravel-ishy type thing. Is it gonna be that one? Nope. Nope. Probably go with that one, isn't it? Not that one's too bright. Add to that. There we go. That's better. Ish. Dang, I would love to know what some of these textures that they've used, because they're not all friggin' here.
Oh yeah, some of the ones they use, they're like almost not even in there. It's like, but I want to use it.
It's really annoying. It is really annoying. I need to turn you down a little bit more. So let's turn that down a fraction. There we go, let's try that now. Because the worst thing is obviously when they create these roads and stuff, they can actually combine different textures. And obviously they don't add them into the palette when you're in game. So try to find the right one. That's, I suppose, the closest really. It's not too bad, I suppose. So I'm just going to do away with that. I'll probably just end up painting all that grass afterwards. And ads are about to kick in, so I'm going to take a quick break, guys, and I'll be back in 3.
With all the stuff they've added to Fallout 76, is the core gameplay different now, or is it like just extra content? Like,
It's a lot of extra content. I mean, the core
okay,
gameplay is pretty similar to the way it was.
yeah,
Um, that hasn't really changed,
no,
greatly.
right,
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still Fallout. So
yeah. Well, I know at the beginning it got a lot of negative, and I'm
yeah, I
just
mean,
wondering,
bugs and
what
things
if
like
they've
that tended to kind of.
right, right. Hmm.
Did Billy link his Liquid trailer update?
Believe so.
He'd
Oh,
mentioned it, but I don't see
I
the.
don't know that he linked it there. I don't think it's in
Yeah, and
that
I don't
link.
see it updated on the website. I'll have to make sure I get a. I mean, I can.
Definitely not linked
I'm sure
there.
it'll get updated on the website here shortly, anyway. But
Well, maybe I'll revisit it. I know it's more fun in multiplayer than it is in single player, to a point.
yeah, and I mean, Reyes and and Farah have been playing it and stuff lately, so
Yeah,
it is more
yeah.
fun in multiplayer.
I think it is anyway.
Well, I mean, everything's kind of more fun in multiplayer, right? Because you get to
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hang out with, join your friends and share
True,
in the,
true.
in the thrill and excitement and spoils and all of that stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
Right then, I am back, guys. Cool.
Welcome back, sir.
Alright, so actually, yeah, you are a little bit quiet still. Let's have a look. Discord is up to that on there. And let me. You're on 200. You're on 200. Oh. I really, really hate Windows. And that. Let's put you up a little bit to about 75. I'll keep an eye on that for the minute. There we go. So, yeah, the Liquid trailer has been updated. I didn't actually do an update to it on the poster update, but it is updated. The link on the website for anybody who wants it, with the alpaca on the back. Obviously the new one, the Distinction, that B train or A train, whatever it is, that will be uploaded and added later. Actually, I'm going to drop my volume down a little bit because it's quite loud. There we go. So hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. Isn't it typical? Everyone just shuts up as soon as I start playing around with settings. Right, so I need to get this sorted out. Right, plants. And let me just drop that down a fraction. Now that should be on game. Why is that not coming through on game? Put that back on there a second and see. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I really dislike these things. Alrighty then. So I need to add in some. This is the only part I really dislike, because you tend to have too much or not enough.
Yeah.
Go back to painting.
It's hard to get exactly right.
Yeah, I might end up actually when I do it later, so I'll make this road maybe a bit wider. Let's try wrong one, the dark one. Yeah. Or just do away with the road altogether, because I don't really use this road that, in all honesty. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Close enough. There we go. Tiny. Little clicks, there we go. That's, yeah, I think I can get away with that, it's fine. Alright, just bring that in. Plus. Obviously, a lot of this is going to be ploughed under anyway, so I'm not too worried about going everywhere. There we go. Just make it look at least like it's meant to be there. And we'll bring that back in as well. There we go. Tighten that up a little bit. Yeah, I think that'd be fine actually on that side. Oops. Probably end up taking that road out eventually. And yeah, I'm going to definitely bring this down, probably in line with that. Obviously, once I plough it through, I can tidy up a little bit. But while I'm here, I'll just add some grass into that area. Zoom out, there we go. He's got a frog in his throat.
Who, me? Yes. Frog in my throat. Lots of phlegm buildup from allergies kicking in, which is usual this time of year.
Yeah. I feel sorry for your wife actually, because she suffers a lot of from allergies, doesn't she?
Yeah, well, a lot of her is from the pets.
All right.
And because of that, she gets every morning when she wakes up just hammered
Yeah, you can hear her when you're streaming.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
achoo, 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 blowing her nose
Yep.
constantly. But, and she'll tell you this, she would not get rid of the dog or cats for anything. She
Oh,
loves
heck
them
yeah.
all.
Oh, yeah.
So it's every morning that's what she deals with. But she loves. I mean, right now she's holding one of the cats, just sitting there scrubbing away at him, and he's just as happy as can be. And she's gonna get stuffed up because he's right in her face. But she
Oh.
loves the cats, so
Yep. Let's turn that down a wee bit. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing with obviously having pets and that. They are really good for therapy purposes.
oh yeah.
But then obviously if you've got allergies, it's kind of like, do you suffer the allergies just for the sake of the animals? And I do know a lot of people would rather choose the animals over some silly little um, allergy
Hmm.
issue.
Oh, I mean, trust me. I mean, with I deal with bipolar disorder and depression and everything else. But I'll tell you what, I'd much rather have a cat that has an effect on my allergies than pay every month for some medication that's gonna mess with my body chemistry.
Oh, exactly.
Because, you get down, you've got a dog, go out and play fetch with the dog.
Yep.
Take him to the beach, take him for a walk, pet the cat. I mean, just something relaxing about sitting there petting a cat and having them just purr away.
Yep.
Well, that's worth way more to me than whatever they're going to charge me for some monthly medication to go on.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all right, I will be back in a little bit. I'm gonna go
Okie dokie. Yep. I don't know. You
jump
got
into another Discord for a bit.
Chucky
Come
haven't
back.
you to do speak soon.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Yeah, well, he wants to show me off his farm too. So,
Ah, fair enough. Let me draw that down. It's a little bit loud still. Okie dokie. There we go. No, it's still quite loud. Unless it's the game itself. I've got my phone in my other ear at the minute, so I can hear what you guys are hearing. So I'm just going to drop these down, and that tractor sounded a little bit loud. Let's save that. Hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. Definitely not having a good day on sounds, that's for certain. Oh my goodness. There we go. There we go. Yeah, so if you want that trailer, you're more than welcome to. Exclamation mark trailer in chat will give you the link. Obviously I will upload it onto the SGA website after I've finished streaming, so anybody can grab it. So, I'm just going to chill out and relax for the rest of the stream now. Obviously I've got to keep an eye on the ad counter. Obviously that'll be kicking off again in about 47 minutes, saying at the minute, so. Obviously it does help to go pay towards bits and pieces. Hey Vertex, how you doing? Or Vortex, should I say. There we go. But yeah, it's quite a nice little trailer that actually, and it is handy, especially if you want to take multiple products to say the flower factory. You can fill up each section with a different product. Run, doing like multiple runs. There we go.
Yep, it's a good deal there.
Yeah, it was actually
buy it.
was it Mr. Darius and somebody called Olsen in his chat. Obviously, they were looking for a decent trailer for hauling multiple products, and yeah, that sort of hit the spot, I suppose is the best way to put it. Yeah. But like I said, I did look at it originally when I was doing the pace setters, or before I did the pace setters, and kind of considered doing it then. I'm using that one, but I kind of swayed towards the pace setters instead. But what I might actually do, now that I know how to do the configurations for the decals, is combine the two current ones together so they have the same option. where you can switch between the two rather than having two mods. You just have the one mod and you can switch between them.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea. There we go. Did I get all that? I think so. Right, let's just go around and check, make sure I've got everything. I think this was the only other field I needed to mulch for the minute. But what I might do is just jump through the night, then make a start on, obviously I've got the vineyard still to do, I've got to go through the factories at some point, get them cleared out, and topped up obviously the orchard products mainly. I think that's fine. Now usually this edge here is, yep, there, just spotted it. There we go. Yeah, but how's Mr. Vortex doing? And everybody else out there today. Obviously it's midweek now. Hopefully Mr. Dave may or may not be back, not sure yet. We'll have to wait and see at his usual time. But I know I will be trying to stay up as late as possible just to see if he is back or not. Obviously, the joys of having a real life issues to deal with can obviously get in the way. Doing well, busy with work. Ah, yeah. Nice. At least you're being kept busy. It's nothing worse than being at work and it always going slow. That's one thing I always hated, is obviously having a really slow day. I think we're pretty good now on this field. Covered most of that now. So do that, do that, do that. And I'm going to put this guy away. So we do have the worker just finishing off that field, picking up the stones.
It's kind of nice to be back on Wolf Creek. I kind of
Yeah, it's good.
I haven't been on it in a little while, so
I do have to say, even though it's got Elm Creek in the middle, and obviously on the smaller fields it's nice when you start off with. Obviously, where Dave's pushed the borders out to create the 4X, it does allow you to expand your fields and tap into that designer side, I suppose, of yourselves.
yeah. I need to get moving on that.
Yeah, that you do. Here we go. So you restarted, didn't you?
No.
No?
I'm not
Okay.
restarted.
You're just carrying on. Okay.
Yep, same game state. Well, I restarted a way long time when the map was released. But
Yeah.
I got about 200 hours, I think, in this.
It's not bad.
Let me see what I got.
Yeah, or not working. Yeah, exactly.
248 hours in this game save.
Really? What have I got here so far?
But I go slow.
857 is what my current is.
super slow.
Year 11. Oh, see,
So
one
what
thing
you could accomplish in 200 hours is more than what I can
accomplish. Yeah. Well, I think on PV County, I spent the first 300 hours just focusing on the factories. So yeah, I could do quite a bit in a few hundred hours, that's for sure. Right, so turn that off. Right, I'm gonna run through the night, and then so obviously I think what the next thing I might do is sort out this area over here, with the animals and that. So one thing I do need to do is at some point get down some more sell points for selling products. I've seen a few spots I wouldn't mind putting things down. So let's go straight to 8 o'clock, that'll be fine. Alright, that's fine. I'll leave my phone on charge for the minute. Cool, so 2nd of November. So one thing I do need to keep an eye on is some of these prices. What have I got? I've got plenty of clothing, so that's one I always try and keep an eye on. Quite a bit there. Price is going up, and I think it's around about now. Okay, it's changed from last year. See, last year, I'm sure around about this sort of time, I was able to sell clothing at a high price, so I'm not sure if this keeps changing or what. But April, okay, gotta keep it on that. What was the other one? Juices and breads, I think, December. Where's the juices? Did I go past the juices? I think so. Oh, cereal factory, that was another one. That's February. Fries and stuff, August. See, it'd be nice if these were a bit of a higher price. Chips, nope. Drinks, nope. Let me just go down. So obviously I'm in November, so I'm looking at this column here for like high prices. Oh, what was that? So the meats are kind of a pain, but this is why I want to get some of these other sell points placed down.
Yeah.
Obviously over here I've obviously got this land in front of obviously the grocery mart, what you'll call it. I could kind of create another sell point there, maybe a Whataburgers or something like that.
Yeah.
What XML can you find to fill type categories for the map? That will be Mr. T. Miller. Let me double check so I'm not giving you the wrong information. I'm sure it's the fill types. But let me have a look. WolfCreek mods, PV WolfCreek, maps, maps US, and should be maps fill types. Just make sure. Yep. So it'll be the maps underscore fill types XML T Miller. And then if you scroll right to the bottom, it has all the different categories. Just wanted to make sure that was right there. You found it? Okay. I want to edit so I can use the liquid tray for glue and resin. Yeah, it's kind of weird that JD missed them off. I did message him about it, and I think he is possibly planning maybe another update. I'm not sure to add that in. But obviously, he does need other things rather than just doing one little tiny edit. Obviously, I've got this area here as anyway. I can use as another area for a sell point. They got in the liquid yeah, the liquid category, T Miller. Yeah, I was actually thinking earlier. Obviously, where I'm going to be expanding this field here, I could actually turn this area into a little placeable area as well, possibly. Not sure yet on that part yet. That's for sure. The other area I was actually thinking of is around the back here. Obviously, you've got the little field on the edge, on the end there, but then you've got a huge grass area. I think that would make a nice sell point. And let's have a little look. See what sell points we actually have as I'm here. See, still going? No, he's finished. Okay. I'll get him in a sec as I'm right here. Now, that is kind of a strange spot right there, so let's clean that up first of all. It's a bit of paint, a bit of grass. There we go.
Yeah, I definitely need to look at sell points too.
Yeah. So up that bit. There we go. Obviously, it's going to then throw in like additional, not only additional places, but obviously additional places for competing. I suppose the best way in it for the prices and that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm curious.
There we go.
See how that would change things up.
Yeah. Obviously, I'm only using currently the base game stuff plus.
Right.
So I've got the
Right.
bank down and
Yep.
Home Depot. That's the only ones I've really got at the minute. So
Yeah.
might as well throw some money into some additional placeables.
Same here.
So
Yep.
yeah.
Curious.
And obviously, each one is set up differently to take different stuff. So obviously you got Taco Bell. Mm, I could actually make a little row of them, to be honest. Subways.
Yep, you could
Oh, T
restaurant
Miller,
row.
T Miller. Before I forget, you were mentioning about the placeable lines, parking lines. So what I actually did is Mr. Not So Grumpy Dwarf has a bakery out for making pies. Well, he's not actually. It's
Oh yeah.
meant to have been released, but it was never actually added to the map. I've basically gone in, taken them out, and used them because they are the right length. Obviously, as you can see, I've got the tanker there with the shell on the side, and obviously it's got a good length to them.
Now, did he release that on the SGA?
He
site?
sent it over to Dave. It was meant to be downloaded onto through the mod folder switcher, but it was never actually
Ah.
added.
Ah.
So obviously, yeah. So it's good length there. Obviously, they can be sold as well, which is kind of nice. But I just literally took out those lines from his mod and used them.
Oh.
Which is slightly off center, the line itself. Dang.
Kind of
Oh well.
interested in his mod.
Yeah. Actually, it does have a current warning on there.
Okay.
It's a little one. That's it just there. But somewhere in
Okay.
amongst there, obviously, you see where the like the
Yeah.
drop-off point at the front. There's actual
Yeah.
lines underneath that as well, and that's what I've basically used.
Oh.
Obviously, I'd
What
need
is?
to get his opinion or his authorization
Yeah.
to release
What
those.
does it do? What does it take?
So obviously this is taking obviously stock products from the stock production, plus I think there's a
Okay.
barley from the looks of that.
Strawberries, maybe.
No, this is going to be like your meat pies or chicken pies, stuff like that. That's
Oh,
what
a
it's going
little
to be
different.
producing.
Okay. Okay.
Output wise, just looking at what's here. Obviously your
Oh, okay.
stocks, pallets, some butter or whatever.
I'll message him and I'll ask him when I
Yeah,
see him next. It's
but
a matter of
yeah,
I'll ask him.
there is a unload trigger has invalid fill type. I'll have to have a look at that.
I'll catch him in my stream or something.
Yeah,
No problem.
obviously if
Saw
he
him
doesn't,
yesterday in there.
I know he had an issue with his computer and had to reset it. So obviously if he hasn't got it, let me know. I
Yep.
can
Well,
always, if he says it's okay, I'll obviously fix this
I spoke to him yesterday in
and
stream.
I can send it
So
over. Yeah,
we'll see if he's around.
but at some point I need to get in here and
I'm not
sort
ready
some
to
of these things
place
out.
it anyway.
It's a nice little one.
Yeah, I might do it. It looks like a nice small little thing.
Yeah, obviously the only thing is, in my opinion, and I'm really sorry, Grumpy, if you're out there, I think it doesn't quite match this map. It's the same with this dock production that he'd done. I don't think they really match this map. They're too
Well,
Anglified, I think.
if it's food, it could
Uh,
be a theme building.
it
You
could
know,
be, yeah.
I could see in the United
Can't think
States, I
where the
could see,
heck they
for
are.
example,
There it is.
someone making a themed architecture for a building that was
Yeah,
made to look that way.
maybe. And obviously, that is obviously the
I
stock
don't know.
production that he created. Obviously, when he originally had it, he had like pallets and stuff around the outside. He's removed all that. It's yeah, too English in my opinion for the map.
Okay.
It's just me personally. But
Well,
obviously, for his first attempt, it is they are good little mods actually. To be honest, I will say that.
it could be like Chinatown.
Yeah, right mixture sort of
UK
things.
town.
Yeah, and yeah, that's a little
I'm
bit
trying to,
skew for there.
I'm trying to make something happen here.
Yeah, so that was basically what I did with the lines anyway, Team Miller. I think I might still have them in here. But anywho, obviously, if I can get Grumpy to say, yeah, okay, you can release them, what I'll do is I'll upload them onto the
Okay.
website.
Okay.
There's that, and a couple of other little decals.
We'll
I think I
follow up
threw
on
in.
that.
Yeah. Okay, so what was I actually doing? Oh yeah, I was over here when I lost track of myself there for a sec. Oh,
Yeah, because I started
fudge.
messing with you.
Yep. I did not mean to do that. Dang it. I'll get the plough over here again. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, so settle point wise, let's have a look, see what we got. But yeah,
That's actually in the map. It's like,
yeah,
Wheels, pay
I
attention
must
to
have
what's in the
accidentally
map,
done
dude.
that myself. Okay, so, anywho, sell points.
You
I
know
don't
how
even,
I am.
oh, I
You
might
know,
be able
I
to
find
sell
something shiny.
by one. But yeah, also, I have to look at the different products that go into them. Hey, Mr. Culp, how you doing, buddy? Coffee, put in there maybe.
I chase after
Starbucks.
shiny stuff, Billy. Wait, what's that? What's over there?
Ah,
Oh,
bless him. Yeah, I'm really not sure. Really not sure. Maybe that actually would be
I have
quite
a
good there.
mod problem.
Yes. That does all them, that does all that. Oh, I might do that actually.
Kohl's department store. Yep.
Yeah. So it does the clothing, the fabric and everything. The candles, obviously I've got the candle factory just down there. Got the carpenter stuff, so the shelves and that, which is just down there. That would be perfect, I think, there. Not too far to drive. Now, one thing I will do is I'll centralize that. So, doop. And the triggers are at the front, so... Yep, I can cope with that. I'll do a little bit of landscaping later, just to tidy that off. So maybe the road comes in there and just drops out there. I think that'd be quite nice. Oh, I'll do that off screen. I've done enough landscaping on here for today. Alrighty. Not too good today, just wanted to say hi. Alright, well, I hope you're feeling better, Mr. Cope. And while I think about it, make sure you guys are following Mr. Cope as well. There is his link to his channel. Make sure to give him a follow. Check him out when he's streaming, because he is a great modder and streamer, even though he's very new to it. Right, let's turn that on. Let's grab some of these little bits that's missed. But yeah, I'm going to have to come back with the plough now because of those. Acid Burn, thank you very much for the subscription with Prime. Much appreciated. That's 3 months on a 1 month streak. Thank you very much for that. And obviously, if you want to support your favourite streamers, I don't know why you support me, I don't know. You can use your Prime if you want to. You get one free every month. Yeah, thank you very much. And for anybody who hasn't caught it, obviously there is a new trailer for the SGA. Obviously it's a full compartment trailer. If you do !trailer in chat, you'll get the link for that. Just got to keep an eye on that little counter over there. Obviously at the minute it'll be under the trailer section, and it's going to be the Load King Distinction Super B. Obviously what I've gone and done is added a few decal options to it, so you can change it to how you want it to be. Obviously you can just leave it as default. Obviously capacity wise, each extension is going to add the same amount on, so it's going to double, triple and quadruple the original capacities. Obviously you've got a nice selection of colour options to it. For your main body, your cover as well you can change, which is kind of nice. That's a base game thing. And obviously rim options if you wanted to. And as always, Mr. Alpaca is on the back, always watching you guys, making sure you're behaving. But if you know how to edit it and you wanted higher capacity, you're more than welcome to download it and obviously tweak those capacities. One thing I would recommend if you are is to increase the discharge as well on it for the unloading. That is the only thing. Right, so let's find that age now. Yep, so exclamation mark Raiders will... Raiders? What am I on about? Trailer will give you that link, thank you very much, Patrick. But
Got
obviously...
the eye of the alpaca on the back of the trailer.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, I'll upload it onto the SGA website afterwards. You can grab it now, if you wanted to. I just deleted them from the i3D cope. Didn't throw any errors or nothing. Worked perfectly fine. Yeah, I did this road here, going all the way along, plus obviously the roads just at the end here as well. Yeah, the only thing I would recommend if you are going to remove it, obviously you will need to come into the game itself and smooth it off, because it is a little bit rough under there. I haven't gone all the way up yet. But I also took out a couple of signs as well while I was in there. Yeah, so as you can see, yeah, this road's gone, both of these roads. Obviously there is a corner piece here, or junction piece, you can delete. I did miss that sign. Up the top here, yeah, it just needs a little bit more smoothing. There's another junction piece that you'd need to delete, and one at that far end as well, but yeah. You could, yes, you could have, I did tell you. I'm pretty sure I told you. You could have deleted it. Oh, bless you. But yeah, obviously the way it's set up in the map itself, obviously I wasn't 100% sure whether it's throw any errors. Thankfully it didn't. But it just deleted perfectly fine for me. And obviously anybody else who's good at editing, you're more than welcome to maybe even give that a try. There we go. I think that's all of that side now picked up. Just make sure. Obviously the same can be done with trees. If you want to delete a tree that's in your way and you can't be bothered to get the brucks out, you could do the same. Obviously I did that on Uncharted, removed all of the trees, didn't throw any errors, kind of nice. As long as that initial node is still left in the i3D, you should be fine. But yeah, don't know how that happened. Must have accidentally hit it. Oh crap. When I was doing the grass a little while ago. And it helps if I lower it down. There we go. It really does help. La, 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 la. Sorry if I'm making you a little bit dizzy there, guys. Oh. Right, so down and up. It's the only problem when it turns around, it does seem to miss certain spots. But I know some of you guys out there have obviously the BDB SSB trailer, and obviously that hits a bigger area. Which is a nice trailer, but a little bit big for this one. I might use it on Dave's new map when that is released. If it gets released. Actually, if you still got this a backup of that save game, Mr. Culp, you could fix it the same way I did mine. Here we go. Obviously, Mr.
Well, Billy, I'm gonna jump off and go eat and stuff. So
All right then. Well, thank you very much for popping in chat with us.
have a good
Much
stream, sir.
appreciated. Thank you very much. And yeah, when are you streaming next?
Today,
Today? Okay, cool. So make sure to keep an eye
Later
out, guys,
on.
for Mr. Wheels.
after lunch.
Alrighty. I'll just give you a quick shout out for that. I know most of you guys out there.
Sir. Much appreciated.
That's alright. Wheels 24/7. Make sure to go over, give Mr. Wheels a follow if you're not already, and catch him when he goes live later on. Cool.
Thank you, sir.
Have a nice lunch or dinner. Was
Right.
it lunch view, isn't it?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. See you later. Actually, let's leave that there. Let me go grab my plough a sec. Bless. That was nice of him, wasn't it? To jump in chat. I'm all alone now. Oh, that's fine. Okay. I need to find my other tractor. Preferably one that's not being currently used. Actually, that's something else I need to clear out. Is obviously my orchards at some point. Keep forgetting to do them. That's still running. Dang, are all my oh, there we go. I was going to say, is all my tractors being used? Nope. Thankfully not. Thankfully not. There we go. Right then, so the plough I'm currently using is a edit to the Horse Joker. I was using it in 19 a lot, and I kind of wanted to see if it acts the same way, and it does, unfortunately. So if you're going a little bit too fast with it on the field, it tends to swing out quite a lot. So I think I might want to tweak it a little bit more, so maybe slightly heavier. I think that's the issue, it's not heavy enough on the plough there. Obviously, as it's a Giants one, I could even release it if I wanted to. But yet, obviously, if any of you guys have got any questions, you're more than welcome to drop it in chat. Oh, excuse me, I've got some burps going on here from the juice. So my bakery's getting quite full as well, storage. There's a lot in there at the minute. I need to get that cleared out once I get a decent price. Got some coffee. I wonder how much is not in there. That's running. I could do with some more mint actually brought over here. Okay, so maybe something to do in a bit. Trying to focus on getting these fields sorted out today. But Mr. T Miller mentioned about Stream Pirates coming. I believe it's to Stream Raiders, so I might be bringing the Stream Raiders back at some point for you guys to play with during these streams. And I've got an area here as well I could use for maybe a couple of sell points next to each other. Just got to obviously clear those trees. Or the other option is to extend that field, but I think that field's pretty big as it is. So out of interest, what's everybody up to out there? Are you doing a bit of farm sim? If you are, is it 19, 22? Or any other farm sim ones? Well, yeah, see, that's what happens. It seems to jackknife far too easily. I think the friction scale on the tyres is slightly off, I'm not sure. Right, let's just get this bit. There we go, that's a bit better. I'm hoping I'm not going to need to enable the plough field option. Oh, no, good. I can just get rid of them. Nice. X. You're doing FS22, playing on Licron. Oh, right, yeah, okay. What's the map like, out of curiosity? There you go. And let me send that back to the main farm. I'll sort that other field out at some point. You've not been in FS20 for a while, messing around in Blender. Ah, okay. Hopefully it's something kinda cool, Mr. Shy Wizard. I know you've been playing a lot of Satisfactory as well recently, haven't you? You got burnt out on farm sim. Yeah, fair enough, Patrick. Pure Farming 2018. Ah, okay. It's good, much smaller. Switching up from a big farm for. Ah, okay, yeah. Cool. Yeah, obviously I'm really waiting on Dave's next map. I know there's a lot of really cool maps out there at the minute, but I think I'm just a one mapper, I suppose, person now. Obviously I've played quite a lot of different ones in 19 that I liked, but yeah, Dave's is definitely the best. Thank you very much, my dear, for a drinky poos. Love you. Just have a new plastic and rubber factory, but that was a total fail. Yeah, I've been there as well. It's a tricky. The thing I always find an issue with Satisfactory is getting the lines right. I always get the calculations wrong, so I end up either having, well, most of the time, not enough going in. Also played Dyson Sphere, really? I've heard of that. I've never actually seen it or played it. I've heard of it, but there you go, you can go there now. Alright, so yeah, that's kind of like the Mr. Jibabo type stuff then you're into, Patrick. Older, smaller tractors. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know, have you actually checked out Mr. Jibabo yet? He is on, obviously, Twitch. Obviously, just actually, I'll give him a shout out because he is an awesome streamer. Obviously, he's a member of the SGA and the Rough Riders, I believe it is. How do you spell Mr. Oh, I can't, there it is, Mr. Jibabo. Obviously, make sure to follow Mr. Jibabo. Obviously, one thing he is planning on doing, guys, is a fundraiser around about Thanksgiving. Obviously, he's raising money to buy toys for Tots, which is a charity that he's just been supporting for a fair few years now. Obviously, I know last year he had something like $1,400, I think it was, raised, maybe a bit more than that. Obviously, aim for this year is try and get him up and over that. Yeah, you've seen his streams. Alright, yeah, he's also doing some little videos on YouTube as well, which are kind of interesting little playthrough that he's doing there. Definitely well worth checking that out as well, and obviously that is Mr. Jibabo as well on there, on YouTube. Definitely go give him a follow. And, ooh, I got some gold flakes there to get sorted out. Right, hopefully I've got some space in here. Come on, Mr. Trigger, there you are. Just finish watching. Give it a try. Yeah, Mr. Cope did a pretty good little video there, showing how to sort out the vending machines for your vehicle shop that you've now added onto Uncharted. Right, let me grab my truck. There's nothing there. I did sell off a lot of my gold, so made a fair bit of money off that. Paid off most of the loan. There we go. That's the only thing I don't like about that door. It opens. Yeah, I know. I was actually watching it to see. Obviously, I knew how to do it. I wanted to see if he could figure it out. But yeah, he did a great job on that. Obviously, Mr. Culp has been creating his own map as well on the side. I think he's actually 3 maps at the minute, I'm not sure. All slightly different. Also mainly for his own gameplay style, I suppose is the best way to put it. Obviously he's picked up a heck of a lot from obviously watching Dave and all the rest of us. So that is really kind of cool. Let's grab that. Really? Oh, there we go. Got to say, I've got like half a bay there still. What's going on? Oh my goodness. Yeah, one thing I really want to try and get into is understanding more of his Blender. So I do need to watch, I think, a lot more of Shy Wizard's YouTube videos. I think that would probably help me out a little bit more with some of these little projects I've had. There we go, that's fine. X-Man, he is still around. I haven't seen him a lot personally either. Obviously, I know a lot of it's personal stuff getting in the way of streaming, work and that. But I'm sure he will be back, so don't worry. I think, like everyone, he's also gotten burnt out on things, so he's taken a lot of time out to spend with his family and such. But yeah, he will be back. Don't worry. Who knows? Maybe when the new map comes. Actually, I'm going to set them to spawn because I'm getting. Don't want to lose any and keep it going. Yeah. So gold bars. This is something that's kind of nice if you guys haven't seen it. Is obviously you can actually select the amount you want to spawn out. Or you can do it as a multiple of a 10 if you wanted to, or individually. Oh, that's better. How are you doing? Gold flakes, infill, getting there. Gravel. Could do with even topped up. I'm trying to keep these guys running. There we go. But yeah, at some point all of these gold masses are going to get an update as well. Probably more for the new map. I know Mr. Dashnet now wants to obviously combine it so you can have one placeable but have 3 products going into them if you wanted to individually, then producing the flakes. One thing that I'm going to try and do is add in some displays into these so you actually see how much product's in there. There'll be one for like your diesel, your water, your gravel, and probably one for your your clean fill. And I might even slap a little one where the gold comes out there. Right, let's go get this topped up. Obviously that's future projects. Not too worried about it at the moment. Right. One thing I do need to do is go grab some more gravel. Right, so let's jump in here. There you go. That's not too bad. I think I've pretty much smoothed this area out quite a bit, so it's not too bad now. It's a little bit bumpy in places, so it's good as it is. You found it, thanks. Oh yeah, yeah, it's from Mr. Cope. Yeah, I do need to get through here at some point and get these factories cleared out. I think my glass is pretty much stacked full, and for some reason I've noticed that I must have gone through and set a lot of these to store. And I don't really want them to store, I want them to spawn them out. So let's just have a look. Yeah, 50,000, wow. Spawn. See if you want to, you could do 50 and, well, it won't obviously do that many, but it'll do whatever will fit into the trigger. So I'll keep that going. Hey Neon, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back. There we are. There we go. Right, let's turn that off, save a bit of fuel, and we'll get you filled up. Oh, that's a point. I know Mr. Cope wanted to do an alpaca tractor at some point to replace one that he did a while ago for me. I think it's kind of cool. Wait, obviously, if any of you guys haven't seen him streaming when he's modding, you should definitely check that out. It's kind of cool. There we go. Let's see if we can dig into this a little bit. There we go. It's kind of mad. I've had this mine for, well, quite a while. Actually, pretty much since I started this, and I've barely touched it. You're getting so much product out of this thing. It's mental. Really is totally mental. Right. But yeah, one thing you can do as well, if you weren't aware, is you can actually remove some of the mine walls once you own them as well. So obviously, if you wanted to make it a little bit easier access into them, you certainly can. Obviously, all you do is go into obviously this menu here, construction, and then just click on the actual wall itself, and you can actually sell it. Obviously, as you can see, I've sold this entire wall here. There is a few others around that you can do the same with. There we go. There we go. Yes, I did up the capacity on this one a little bit. There we go. But yeah, that's kind of cool. There we go. Trying to think what I need to do next. I've got so much currently on my list I need to do, but it's prioritising things. I think the main one is obviously going to be the factories, get them cleared out. I know before the end of this month I really need to get in and sort out the vineyards, but I really don't want to do them during the stream because it's so friggin' boring. Oh, and I need to keep an eye on the ads because obviously they will be kicking off in about 3 minutes time. Actually, I might be able to postpone that actually. Let me see if I can. What would it be? I should know. Leave it for the minute, obviously, and then postpone it in a little while. There we go. So then I can just get that stream going all the way to the end of the 3rd hour. Obviously, yes, I only do the 3 hours today. But yeah, so obviously if anybody didn't see it, obviously the new SGA trailer, if you want it, ! trailer in chat will give you the link for it. And as I said, I will be uploading that onto the SGA website afterwards, and I'll even throw for anybody on YouTube a direct link as well for them to their website once it's uploaded there. Cool, that's fine. Coolio. Right then, to be honest, I'm kind of thinking I might just get rid of these. Or this one at least. Actually, I could actually get rid of both of these because I'm not even using these anymore. Obviously, I do have the bigger steel factory now. Obviously, I've just put the gold into that one, so I'll probably let the gold run through, then sell that one. So it'll clear this area out a little bit, but I'll keep one, I think. Obviously, I do have that smelter there that I can use. Let's sell that. There we go. Open the area up a little bit. That's not too bad. This. See, I'm still using these. That's the thing. But obviously, I do have the other stone crusher as well around the corner. I don't know. I really don't know. And I did want to get into you, didn't I? Yes. The nice thing is obviously having each of the lines running, even when you don't need it. Obviously, you could always sell the products off to make a little bit extra money. I don't know. Actually, what was I going to do? So I could actually sort out my animals. So that is going to be after the break. So let me drop this guy here for now. And I will be back in about 3 or 4 minutes once these ads kick in. Actually, what I could do is just set this on hard helper, really, to go back to the main farm. And actually, I'll just stick it down there. There we go. You'll probably end up in a tree or something halfway down. But for now, I will be back in a couple of minutes as the ads are about to kick in. And hi KW, by the way. Sorry. And hopefully you guys are now back from the ads. There we go. Cool. Alright, so this didn't end up in a tree, but it was on the wrong side of the road though. Thankfully I've got the traffic turned off. So just thinking there, how you doing Mr. KW? Hope you're feeling a bit better, bud. What I think I would focus on now is obviously getting those animals moved from the current pens around the back here. Hey, well done Team Miller. Cool. Yeah, obviously if anybody on Uncharted, one issue is obviously the glue and the resin will not go into the liquid trailer. Obviously it's been missed out on the category option. If you wanted to do it, you could actually go in and Oh, there we go. So pick that. You could go into the map fill type XML and add it into the category, and obviously, like Mr. T Miller's done, he's actually added it in, and it's now showing. So obviously I do need my animal trailer. Still need to make a few tweaks to this because it's still a bit jittery. This little truck. Dang it. There we go. Yeah, I've got a few more signs actually I want to remove from here. So I think I'll be going back into the i3D for the map. Oh, heck. You can wait until later. Thank you. My wife's so lovely. She keeps giving me multivitamins every day. Yeah, I got a few little tweaks on the truck itself, so it's not so skittish when pulling off. Also, I still want to add in rear hitch to this thing as well. And I'm sure my trailer's down here. I'm hoping it is. So I'm just going to be munching for a minute or two on this gummy bear thing. Sweet. Good. There we go. Yeah. At some point I do need to go through my cows up here, my pigs, take out obviously the older ones, get them to the butcher. Oops. There we go. Same with obviously the pigs, but I think the pigs have got a little while yet. Yep, I cannot drive today. There we go. Well, so if any guys got any questions about the map, you're more welcome to ask. One thing I did notice actually, somebody messaged me regarding storage for glue, and there is no storage. I didn't even realise it had been missed out. So if you do want to store up glue, you can either leave it in the tanker, in the factory itself, or if you've got Boomhauer's storage, I believe it's in that, or obviously Impact 7, his storage that he's done, which you can get from Mr. T Miller's Discord, I believe, should also have it in there. Obviously, that's a nice little drive-through one there. But obviously, if you've got any editing capabilities, you're more than welcome to add it into one of the storages yourself as well. I need a program to make me a custom icon. Yeah, obviously I created my own. Obviously the alpaca, this on the back of the trailer and the tanker. Imperial Gamer actually created that for me. I'm not sure how he did it. I think he does a lot of stuff, and obviously the SGA logo that you're spinning on the bottom left, he created that as well. It's kind of cool. Yeah, well, it wasn't a gummy bear. It's oh, it's like a jelly sweet. This is gonna be a bit difficult getting here. Gummy bear just pops in my head for some reason. Dang it! I knew it was a bit too tight to get in here. Maybe we should come through the main farm. But yeah, it's one of those sort of jelly sweet sort of thing. But obviously all the emotes that you see on my channel, I've actually created them myself with paint.net. I've actually googled the images, got them. Kind of easy to be honest. Right, now I need to try and get into there. I really didn't design this farm very well, did I? Yes. Yeah, right, so if I pull around here, let's straighten up. See, this is the sort of British influence, I suppose is the best way to put it. Oh my goodness. Actually, I think when I actually brought the animals in, I was using a smaller trailer, which definitely helped. Yeah, I ain't gonna get through there. Okay. Let's try something different. Let's go down here, spin it around. Obviously, I want to grab those sheep first of all. And I cannot see a friggin' thing, let alone you see anything. Yeah, so if you're making a farm, guys, I would definitely recommend making sure you've got a little bit more space than I put here. Oh my goodness. So if I come down here, I've got some bales to move. Probably what I'll do is off screen, I'll try and get some of this redone or re-landscaped, so it's got a nice little area for an additional part of the field. There we go. That's fine. There we go. That's better. If anyone wants impact, oh, that is cool. Cool. Nice one, Mr. T. Miller. Right, so let's back that in here. Hopefully those doors don't kick in. It should be fine. Right then, let's see what we got. So, 27, 22, 10 months. So, 10-month ones can probably go into my other pens for future breeding. All these other ones can be loaded up into the trailer. Now this trailer can hold 50, so take all them. We'll leave the last 27 health rep. Yeah, so that should be fine. They can go into the other pens. Right then. Time to try and wiggle out of here. There we go. Obviously these are now going off to their final destination, I suppose is the best way to put it. It's a little bit tight around this farm. As you can tell, it's been a long time since I put these animals in. Rarely bring anything back out. Yeah, Mr. T. Miller has been given permission to obviously share impacts, logistics. So if you want it, let him know. Obviously it is up to date and on his Google Drive. You're more than welcome to drop it in chat if you wanted to, T. Miller, as well. There you go, guys. If you want it, you're more than welcome to grab it while he's here. So I know he'll probably be heading off soon. It's getting quite late for him. And yep, as you can see, my butcher definitely needs emptying out quickly. Right, so for anybody interested, obviously you do have to come over to the trigger here. And obviously you should get the open dialogue, animal dialogue. Just hit the R key. Make sure that you do have a butcher showing on this side. Then you just unload your animals as you would a normal pen. Why didn't that take all of them? Let's drop that down. 16, okay. Unload that. Unload that. So it'll give me the mutton and everything else, which is nice. Kind of want to change one of these little screens in the cab to maybe like a TV channel. I don't know. Just above where the radio is there, or the R&D part. You've got like a stereo. Then you got like a monitor there, maybe a sat nav or something. I don't know what it is. Can't quite make it out, but I think that would make a nice little TV monitor. But even actually a map of Wolf Creek, that'd be kind of cool there, where you see in the road. I'll maybe try that one of these days. But I have seen that there is a mod out actually. I think it's more for the modders out there, where you can actually create displays in your tractors that are actually accurate to your implements and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. What makes it different? So obviously it does have Elm Creek in the middle, but obviously what DashNet has done, he's actually pushed it out to a 4x mapped. That's the start of it. So let me just jump out here a sec. can show you the actual map itself. So obviously, as you can see, obviously you got Elm Creek map itself here. But obviously what he's done is created like a no man's land around the outside, so you can actually make it how you want it to be. But also with this map, not only does it have additional crops in it, it also has a lot of more production, and there's also the mines as well. You can actually go in, mine the materials, use the. So it's kind of a nice little idea that he's done with this. Obviously, his new map that he's working on is 16x map. The fields are humongous. Let's put it that way. You could almost fit an entire, about a quarter of a map just into one field. Obviously, going on the crop side of things, obviously you do have your base game crops, as you can see. The additional ones are going to be the rye, your millet, rice, carrot, hemp, cranberries, mustard, lavender, peanut, and then on the vines, the vineyard. Oh, thank you very much for the follow there, bud. Arbority herbis. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. I am really sorry, but very, very thank you for the follow there, bud. Much, much appreciated. That pushes me closest to the 900 mark. I think that makes it now about 15 or 16 more follows. So yeah, obviously on the vines, obviously we do have blueberries, and we also have coffee plants on here. Arb. Okay, well, thank you very much, Arb. Much, much appreciated. So yeah, so that's going to be the additional crops right there on the map. Obviously, like I mentioned, there is mining on here. We have ore, we have sand. We do have a multi-mine that has everything in there. So you've got your coal, your ore, your copper, your bauxite, stuff like that. These can then be put into a production where you can actually create sellable items. You can use Terraform on here as long as it's not a higher version of 3.5. I know a lot of people have tried using the higher version and it's messed up the textures and stuff on it. So if you are going to use Terraform on here, you can. I do know that one thing they mentioned earlier with Terraform is if you painted a spot, say for instance an ore. So let me jump over here a sec. So obviously ore is a sort of reddy, brownishy colour. With this texture, what you could actually do is have a like mound of ore, but then you can actually dig in. That's something hopefully coming maybe version 6, maybe 7, not sure. It was something that's in there, so yeah. But you can use Terraform on the map if you wanted to. But you don't have to. Obviously, with this, all you have to do is buy the land, get a wheel loader with a bucket or whatever, and you can actually dig into it. It's just a product being placed straight onto the map. Obviously, you do still get your stones from your field, but you can also get stones in the mine area. That's what this is that I'm walking on. So if you, oh excuse me, wanted to increase your like lime production, you can do or whatever. But yeah, there's a whole selection of different factories on this map. Look at that, that's kind of cool. I like that landscape. And what Dajnet's done, obviously he's created his own category here. One thing to run the factories, obviously here's a glass factory down here. You will need stuff like workers and electricity. Obviously he's thought of all that already. Obviously around the map there is houses you can buy to produce your labour. Hello kitty cat and daughter of mine. Obviously there is placeable ones. Each one will need a different amount of power or electricity to put out your different amount of labour. Obviously there's a whole selection, like you can even create like a big like a housing estate if you wanted to. Obviously there is the apartment blocks if you wanted to go a little bit more in depth with it. Obviously power wise there is a nice selection, and as you can see they do have what they need for an input and what is output wise. Not sure why it's still shown as methane or methane coming out of that, as it is electric now. and all these output electric different amounts. Obviously, you can start, if you're starting off, you could use maybe a few solar panels or a wind turbine. Obviously, it's going to just generate a little bit to get you started, but obviously once you get into some of these factories, you could use a diesel one if you wanted to. Obviously, one thing I will say as well is the houses and some of these generators are, when you place them down, they are set to active and automatically distribute. So most of it's built into the map, as it were, but obviously a lot of these are separate mods. They can't unfortunately be used on other maps at the minute. Obviously, one thing with Dave's new map, we are aiming to allow these to be used on other maps. So there's going to be a workaround for some of the additional products that you may need, like for instance, the electricity and labour. Obviously, I think he's going to plan on doing like a sell point or something that you, or a production point, you say, where you take a product to it or several products, and it'll give you back what you need. Obviously, that's something that's down the line. Obviously, the factory-wise, there's a lot on here. Obviously, they're all separated into different tiers. So your tier 1 staff, this is going to be base product factories. They do not need workers. They don't need electricity to run them. You could plop them down and just use them straight away. Some do need diesel to get running if you wanted to. Some don't. Obviously, these guys, you do need to have diesel. Obviously, when you're starting out, you can buy it at the local fuel station. You can also make it on this map as well, but obviously that is going to be in your tier 2 productions. What he also did, just quickly as well, is taken all the base game factories and added additional products into them. Obviously there's a lot of stuff from your orchards and your vineyards added to make different juices for the fruit processing there. Obviously the carpenter has an additional couple of products as an output for selling. Yeah, it's also a PC only map as well. Unfortunately, it's not on console. Yeah, you could spend a lot of time on here. There is a lot going on. I think the last count currently was about 100. No, that was not 100. It's about 70 odd different factories on this map that you could use. Obviously, like I mentioned, you do need to produce, if you wanted to, you could take crops, add it to the shell station here, and produce your own diesel. Obviously, with that, you do need your electricity, your labour, and support running. As you can see, you can add corn, sugar cane, millet, and your sunflower to get your diesel out of that. Obviously, higher the tier, the more stuff you're going to need. So obviously, just keep that in mind as well. And then obviously you got your tier 4 stuff, and this is where it's like big huge factories. See, it's that big I can't even get in here properly. Obviously you've got Wolfie's Pizza there. This is one I still don't have down yet. Obviously you got Ken's and Heinz. They're great factories. Obviously sauces and dressings. For one of your power generators there, it's going to be the solar panel. This is going to be a later game production, because obviously you are going to need solar panels and batteries, which come from obviously tier 4 production, the electronics one, which is your Dell factory, and also you're going to need copper by design up and running, as well as the steel. So it's a very in-depth map as well. Obviously a lot of this, for anybody who's been around for a while, came from obviously PV19, or FS19 should say, the PV County and Uncharted maps that Dave did. Obviously there is additional storages as well set up for the map. There's maybe one or two products not actually in the storage, but everything is pretty much covered now. There's additional sell points. Obviously we have a Coles, there's a Taco Bell, so you can actually place these down if you wanted to as well. Obviously each one is set up slightly different depending on the product, output, price, and obviously for your community points, so like your labour, not your labour, your support, your morale, and that. You get that from your government built community buildings, is what I was going to say. Each one produces a different amount. Obviously, these are built into, some of these are built into the map, but obviously, there's one like the library, for instance, is not built in. You can place it down if you wanted to. Same with the park. And obviously, they're going to give you out some support. Obviously, as you can see in the bottom, dang it, I just realised something. That little icon is in the way. Let me get rid of that for a second, so you can actually see what's going on. There you go. So each one does put out support or entertainment, morale, depending on which one it is. You'll definitely need to have each of them at least running. Obviously, take into mind the more you have placed down, obviously the more electric you're going to need, so more generators, and yeah. Obviously, once you get further on, really, I would recommend placing down the government building because it acts as a storage. So if you've got a lot of electricity being produced, get it stored up for those factories later on. It is very unique, and all of DashNet's maps have been very unique from day one. He tends to take a map and push its limits, shall we say. That is definitely for sure. You have to make labourers and place houses. Yeah, obviously your labour comes from your houses, your apartments. Yep. And obviously that is obviously in your houses there. So yeah, obviously they will produce trash as well, which can then be sent off to the landfill to produce more electricity. So it's kind of a nice way of doing your factories and your production side of things. He's basically taken what the base game has and pushed it even further. Obviously, with the next map, aiming to go even further with that and have possibly buildables again. And how you doing, Viking streaming, bud? Obviously, we do have this map, which is WolfCreek. There's also Uncharted, the Pompey's edition, which runs on the same sort of mod pack. That's a more of a no man's land style. You do get a few fields, should say, to start off with, but you can expand and make it your own. That's a nice one as well. There's NBC Acres as well by NBC Master Dad. He basically took Elm Creek, expanded it out as well, created its own little mining area. Actually, it's quite a huge mining area actually. Obviously, uses a similar pack. Obviously, one thing I will say is keep all the maps separate. Even though they're running on the same mod packs, each map is slightly different and works slightly different. So, for instance, Uncharted has 2 additional fill types or 3 additional fill types that isn't on these maps, so they may conflict. So keep them separate. Same with NBC Acres, the way he's set it up, he's actually gone in and edited the factories, especially the trigger icons. So all these. Because of obviously the way he set up his mine, obviously on the top of one of the mines it has the roof. Well, obviously when you place things down, these tend to sink down. So what he's had to do is go through and make sure that they don't move in essence when you do place them down. So that is one reason why you keep them all separate. But also there's Gold Crest Extended by JD Fan. He did that. It's a nice map. He basically took the Gold Crest basic map, extended it to a 4x. You could use the mod pack from Uncharted with that. But also Dave, or Dashnet, does have Volcano Island, which is a standard size map. So if you're looking for something just to dip your toes, I suppose is the best way, try that one out. It's a standard size map. It runs on the same mod pack-ish as Wolf Creek here. It does need updating at some point, but I know he'll get around to it at some point and get that updated on the website. Obviously, one thing to bear in mind as well, where I've mentioned about keeping the maps separate, you can use a program called the Mod Follow Switcher. Did I miss anything in chat? I'll actually show you that quickly. Make you switch over to the Discord, desktop. So what Dave actually did in 19, and maybe before that, he created a program that allows you to switch between folder maps, or map folders, should say. This is it for the 22 edition. It's the SGA mod folder switcher. And all you have to do is create a folder, put your mods into it, and then link it to one of these tabs. Obviously, I have done a video on it on my YouTube channel for anybody who wants to check it out. It goes into a lot more detail than what I'm going to say here. But what you can do is, obviously, once you've created that folder, click on select here, drag and drop it, the folder that you just created into here, and what it'll do is it'll automatically link. Yeah, it's definitely a good one if you're on multiple, and don't have to just use it on the SGA maps as well. You can use it on any map, by the way. Yeah, it's going to literally drop your folder into here. It'll automatically link the path. It'll also automatically add the name. And then obviously you can actually customize the button color if you want to, the text color. But like I said, there is, if you actually, I think if I remember, let me just double check something. Where's my Google? Google, there. Let me make sure I get the right command. It's nope. I think if I remember rightly, it's exclamation mark use. I use. I think that's the right one. Let me just double check on that. Hey guys, how you doing? Oop, pause that, Zach. Is that the up-to-date one? 5th of March. Yeah, so if you click on that link, it will actually take you to my YouTube, and it will show you how to install and set up the mod folder switcher. But like I said, you can have, what's it, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22 different maps. And all you literally have to do is open this up, and then obviously click on the map you want, then load up the game. When you're done, obviously just exit out, and then say that later on you want to play on a different map, you just select that one, make sure obviously that green bar is on the side, load up your game, and you got the other map going. So obviously, as you've got like 15 maps, definitely recommend getting this program installed there. Arb. Set up obviously each folder. But yeah, check out the video as well. Obviously, go over to the SGA website. And obviously, we will need to create an account on there. And I think I've got the SGA here. SGA link there. Yep, there you go. Do that. Obviously, what you'll find is you'll get an email sent over to you. Check your inbox if it's not there within a few minutes. Check your spam folder because sometimes it'll be flagged for some weird reason. And then obviously, once you've got that, you can actually download the mod folder switcher and go from there. Obviously, we do have members of the SGA streaming all the time, so you're more than welcome to jump into one of our channels or streams and ask questions whenever you want. Obviously, Dashnet. Hopefully, maybe we'll be back later. Obviously, almost 3 here. All right, team brother, have a great stream, bud. Good night, and I'll probably catch you tomorrow. Obviously, Mr. T Miller tomorrow will be doing FS19 PV County. If you want to check that out, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, how is Mr. Viking doing? Let me give you a shout out, T Miller. So there we go. There we go. Hopefully the link will come up in a minute. There it is. Also, make sure to give T Miller a follow and check out PV County if you haven't seen it. It's an amazing Dashnet map. Absolutely amazing. You will see a lot of these factories on there. Obviously, T Miller is doing a slow run through of it. And obviously, I do need to give Mr. Viking there a shout out as well, because obviously he is a fellow streamer. There you go. Obviously, make sure to check out Mr. Viking streaming as well. He is a great streamer. and member of the community. You're very, very welcome. He's very helpful too. If you've got any questions, he can pretty much answer most of them. But yeah, obviously, anytime we're streaming, if anybody needs help with anything, just jump in, give us a shout. Obviously, on the website, there is support there as well. So don't feel left out. There's a Facebook group. If you're on PC currently, in some of my links below the stream, there's links to obviously our Facebook as well, which I tend to moderate myself. You're more than welcome to join it. If you need any help, there's lots of people on there who can help out as well. I have no idea what the heck I was doing now. But yeah, this map is very, very unique. That is for sure. Obviously, you do have factories that are built into the map, but you also got the placeable version, so 100%. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah. Obviously, there's a government building. Obviously, one nice thing is this is on PV County. Obviously, on the inside here, you have a nice big image of the map. But yeah, this is basically a storage now. Obviously, a lot of people are having issues, but as you can see just from the figures down in the bottom right there, my storage is pretty full on every line so far. Obviously, I've still got a little bit more on the morale and labour to go, but I can probably plop down any factory and get it up and running. Also, we've got Pallet Co here, which is empty pallet storage, not storage, production. Obviously, you still have like the base game stuff. Obviously, the oil factory here. Obviously, we've got canola, corn. We've got the olives going in here, sunflowers, creating obviously their own oil types. But yeah, it's definitely a nice map to start out on. Right, so one thing I was trying to do is the animals. That's what I was doing. But yeah, like I said, if you need any help, you're more than welcome to join one of our chats. Obviously, I'm here on Wednesdays, and Fridays doing a bit of WolfCreek. Move you out of the way. So I can help you out anytime. Obviously, Dajnet when he's streaming. It's usually like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Friday, and Saturdays. And I'm gonna hit that door, didn't I? Actually, I should really give him a shout out as well. Very, very true, and thank you very much for the kind words there, buddy. I should give Mr. Dajnet a shout out as well, because obviously he was the creator of this map. He is obviously working on a 16x map. Woo! Obviously, the aim for that is going to be end of the year into the next year for releasing that one. I'd recommend that anybody just go see what he's doing, because obviously some of the ideas from 19 are hopefully going to be coming back, such as the bog areas for growing cranberries and rice, which is kind of nice. Also, we're going to be hopefully adding in flax this time to the map. Right. What are the new map Dave is working on? Yeah, hopefully. Definitely looking forward to that one myself as well. Right, so I need to take you. Nope, I want the maximum on that. Right, so there goes 21 there. So this can hold 36, okay. 17-year-olds. So I'm going to put them in with my other cows, those other two actually. But I'll take these guys to the butchers. Obviously, one thing we do have as well is a butcher. A working actual butcher where you can actually drop off your animals and get meats back out of it. So if you're a bit squeamish, yeah, tough. I'm sorry, but yeah, there we go. Obviously, thanks to Mr. Thunder out there, we were able to get that working. But I do know he's been quite busy, so whether we'll still be using the Thunder script with the new map, we'll have to wait and see really. The limit breaker, yeah. Yep, there you go. Yeah, he created obviously the limit breaker. Depending on which version you've got, obviously he did add in a lot of little individual, I suppose the best way to put it is different mods into it. It's a combination of multiple ones, so yeah, be very careful what other mods you run with some of these stuff as well. So if you've got, did I only load up 3? Hello? No, I've got 21. Why wouldn't it allow me? Come on. There. Unload animal. Yeah, I'm not getting the butcher coming up. What's going on? Or am I too far off the trigger? There we go. That helps if I'm on the trigger properly. Dang it. Unload. But yeah. Yep. He's an amazing map creator, modder. Actually, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. That is for darn sure. Obviously, I've helped him out with obviously converting a lot of these factories over from 19 to 22. Obviously, he was nice enough to allow me to do it, first of all. But he's also allowed me to explore, I suppose, my creativity side of things with a couple of the factories. For instance, the glass factory. Obviously, for anyone played the 19 version, obviously the glass factory on PV County especially was like one big warehouse type thing. And obviously I felt it was just far too big for this map. It's literally, you could fit a plane inside this friggin' thing. Obviously he allowed me to explore and create something a little bit different, more in tune with 22 and the map. And obviously that's where the new glass factory came from, along with obviously the coffee factory. Obviously he's helped me out a lot as well to know things. It's kind of nice, and he's not shy to share his knowledge as well. Obviously Mr. Cope out there, he's learnt a lot of map making from Dajnet, which is kind of nice. And I'm sure, I'm hoping a lot of you guys out there as well have learnt a lot from him over the time. So 3 of them, there we go. Cool, I can now get rid of that once it's slurry and all that's taken out. But yeah, who knows what the next map is going to be fully like. Obviously he's been working on a lot of that outer area. And yeah, loving it. So, out of curiosity there, Arb, what sort of maps do you usually play? And is there a sort of size you tend to go for? And actually, that can go out to all of you guys. What is your, so far in 22, what is your favourite map? If you could take one single map, which one would you say is your most favourite map so far in 22? You play a ton of maps, really deep into Middlesbrough. Alright, okay. Nice. Yeah, NPC Acres, that's a very good map, yep. Currently for me, obviously WolfCreek. That's the only map I play. Actually, the only other map I've played in, well, actually a couple of maps I've only played in 22 is obviously, I've done a little bit on the NPC Acres, not much. Yukon, that is a really good map actually. Alpine Mountain, yep. Um, Uncharted I've done a little bit on, the Pompey's Edition, that's a nice map if you want to explore your creativity is the best way to put it on that map. Apart from that, obviously Elm Creek with the base map, that's one I started out on, and I just basically carried on with that really. Yeah, I can get a few more in there. Yes. Dang you. You're only 3 anyway on that one. See, this would be nice if it reset to the highest amount each time. But I need to have a look. 23. Actually, I could actually take them to the butchers as well. Yeah, might as well. While I'm here, excuse me. Just had a bit of a juice there. Burp. Not very nice. Save that. You've currently restarted on NBC Acres. Yep, why not? And hats off to you too. Yeah, obviously I do watch other streamers with different maps and stuff, and I don't know, there's just something missing, I think. Also, I do know that Yukon Valley map is an amazing map, and obviously the 19 version had a lot of the DashNet factories put into it, and I think he's actually added in on the 22 as well. So it was kind of like a collaboration, really, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know why, but I always come back to this this game. Obviously, I play Satisfactory as well on the side. A bit of Wreckfest when I can get a chance to get in with the guys when they're streaming it. But I always come back to this map, this game. I don't know why. Even on 19, I would love to go back to 19, but for some reason, I keep getting drawn back to this one. I think it's because I've got so many ideas still to do on this map. It's terrible. You mentioned the oil factory. I'd like to see peanuts added. We have peanuts on here, so, and peanut oil. So in the peanut factory itself, as you can see, if I even go into the here, you put in your peanuts, which I do need. Obviously, you need honey, pallets, all the usual bits and pieces, morale and sugar. As an output, you do get peanut oil. So it's already in there, bud. Just got to look. Obviously, you get peanut butter, peanut shells, which can be used for compost and other things, and obviously your honey roast. But yeah, I do need to get in here and get some more peanuts going. So that's Planters peanuts, bud. And I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of silos full of peanuts right here. Yipes. This is something else I'd recommend for anybody, is the bulk storages that are done by Axeman, and obviously Darius has helped out a bit as well. Obviously I know at some point Darius is hoping to get in the carrots as well as the X-Man. But I definitely recommend grabbing these if you haven't got them. They do a lot of different products all in one silo. There you go. But yep, there you go. You use peanut oil when you fry your turkey. Ah, okay. Oh yeah. You're on console. Dang, yeah. You need to get a PC, Patrick. You really do. You are missing out so much, bud. Obviously, for console-wise, you'd probably need like a peanut plantation or something set up for one placeable. Then obviously the factory. And I sort of forgot where I was going there. Oh yeah, butchers, wasn't I? Taking these cows to their final destination. That's what I should call it. Final destination. The butchers. Yeah. Actually, to be honest, when I started playing, and I know a lot of you guys know the story, but when I was playing 19, I got to one point where I almost left FS behind completely, because obviously a really bad experience with another map creator and the group, or certain members within the group, I should say, and it actually took me to the point that I didn't play for about a good couple of weeks. But then I was actually watching a YouTuber who's now an SGA member called Mouse2222. For anybody who's not following him, go over on YouTube, give him a follow or subscribe, I should say, on there. He is amazing in some of the stuff that he does on his maps. And obviously I was watching him one day, he was playing PV County, and it got me hooked there and then just watching him. Because obviously I was seeing this guy, he was taking these products to a bridge to build it, I'd never seen that sort of thing before. Then obviously I was going to factories, building them, and thinking, what in the heck? I really love that. But obviously, where PV County is a 16x map, I wasn't sure if my little laptop that I was on at the time would even run it, to be honest. So obviously time went on. I was watching him every time he was going in, asking questions and stuff. Eventually, I ended up actually downloading the map and the mod pack, the assets and all that, and I have been hooked ever since. Like I said, I was on a laptop. It was an very low spec i3 processor, and I just loved it. Obviously, I then found Dave and the rest of the guys, and I've just been hooked on Dave's maps ever since. And obviously, if it wasn't for obviously Mouse 2222 on YouTube, I wouldn't be playing these probably now. I wouldn't even be playing Farm Sim, to be honest. So not only did Mouse save me, I suppose is the best way from making a big mistake, he introduced me into the best community I think around, and that's the Farm Sim slash SGA community. Hey, Mr. Ryan, how you doing? Obviously, when the SGA was set up, I was actually automatically a member. I was added straight away. Um, obviously, Dave got me into looking after the Facebook group and helping out with support tickets and stuff on the websites. So yeah, I've been going pretty much full on since the beginning. But yeah, how you doing, Mr. Ryan K? Oh, cripes. Oh yeah, there you go. Thank you very much, Ryan, for that. Yeah, that's Mouse222, the gentleman that got me into it. Obviously, he is actually currently waiting on Dave's next map as well. He's been off playing other maps, but yeah, he does some pretty cool one. He's currently on Alien Gyms. It's not the No Man's Land, it's the other one. Can't think of what it's called at the minute, but yeah, definitely worth checking him out. He comes out with finds some really interesting mods, that's for sure. Whoops, freaking doors. I think he was doing a stream the other day and showing off some Western Wilds. That's the one. Thank you very much. Um, some fairground attractions and stuff the other day. It was kind of funny. I loved it. So these guys can go down the other end. Well, yeah, obviously I am from Britain, hence the slightly small farm. So I've got that British, smaller farm type feel to some of these, but I'm kind of looking to expand this now. There we go. And obviously over the next few months I'm probably going to be doing a lot of updates to this area, my main farm. Obviously, there we go. But yeah, Western Wilds, that's the one he's on at the minute. Oh, I need a drink. There we go, let's grab that. Yep, I didn't really get much of a choice when I was when the SGA was basically created. I was just kind of automatically added, but it's definitely been an amazing ride, that's for sure so far. And I cannot wait to see what comes next for the group itself, as well as you guys. I think it's going to be one heck of a ride. And just to see what Mr. Dashnet can actually do with obviously the new map, if anything. Obviously the heck, might have hit those posts a bit, got a bit too close there. Obviously try to see if we can get using some of the stuff from the DLC, the expansion coming up soon. Obviously that is one of the big things we're waiting for. To be honest, I can't see us being able to do it, but you never know, it might be nice. Obviously we've got Mr. Ryan K there, he is a member of the crew. Obviously Mr. Wheels, who was in here earlier, and Darius. But obviously there's room for more members, like say for instance Viking Streaming, Mr. Cope out there. Anybody can join the SGA community itself, becoming one of us lot. That, on the other hand, is maybe a little bit more difficult. But if you got the in your mind that you want to join, then do it. Get out there. Get streaming. Get modding. Do whatever. Help out a lot. I'm sure before you know it, you'll be getting that little message come through saying, "Would you mind? Would you like to be join the SGA?" Looking forward to the invitation. Yep. It's just a matter of time at the end of the day. And obviously, if you've got 700 followers, you can apply as well. If you're a streamer, you're more than welcome to. Right, I cannot remember what colour sheep were these. The plain white ones, weren't they? I believe so. Oh, where are you? Yep, so that's the all white. So what I've actually done in this little area, so this is my little sheep farm. It's not much of a farm, but it is. But each pen holds a different type of sheep. So I need to make sure I get the right one. I think it's one of these two. So that's the black and whites. So it's going to be this one behind me here. Whoops. Yeah, I drive like I stole it. Yeah, I did. Oh, only kidding. Yeah, there we go. Let's back that up into here. Hopefully I've got plenty of space thinking about in this pen. It's pretty full. Dang it. What size is it? You're 10 months old. You're 23. Okay. NBC Master Dad! How you doing, buddy? Thank you very much for the resub. For 10 months. Holy heck, bud. But yeah, there is the man. The NBC Master Dad. Map creator of NBC Acres. Member of the crew of the SGA. And he's just slid right behind me. Which is really, really rude. How you doing, NBC?
I'm doing good, William Alpaca. How are you?
Dang, good. You're quite quiet. Good. Let me jack you up a bit more. Not doing too bad, thank you very much.
Well, that's good.
That's better. Yeah, sorry I keep missing your Wreckfests. Well, it's usually
No,
quite late
it's
for
all
me.
right. We get a couple, 2, 3, 25 people to come out, you know.
Are you gonna go in?
We had,
Yep.
what did we have last night? I had to leave early. Had something come up. But we had 20 in there at one point, I think.
Oh, nice. I haven't actually gone through and watched it yet, so I'm sure I will at some point when no one else is streaming.
Hey, Viking. Thanks for the shout out, KW Ryan. That's too bad, Neon.
Yeah, so obviously, if you're not following NBC Master Dad, make sure to click on that link and go over when he's streaming. Obviously, at the minute he's doing a lot of Satisfactory, a lot of Wreckfest for definite.
Yeah,
Obviously,
it seems like nobody plays unless I'm
I
on
know
there.
it's weird. But yeah, obviously, when he's doing the Wreckfest, guys, if you've got Wreckfest and you want to join in, obviously it is the PC Steam version you're going to need, but you're more than
Yes.
welcome to join in. You can even jump into chat with the guys as well. Obviously, try and keep it PG. Obviously, every now and then you might get one to slip out. But yeah, you guys are more than welcome to. Obviously, KW's been in there, I think. Ryan K joins in quite a lot. Amethyst Neon's in there a heck of a lot. Pizza Boy should be renamed if you ask me.
Yes.
One thing I do need to do is snooze these friggin' ads, because obviously I will be jumping off in a little while. Because my few hours are done for today, almost.
So, I gotta ask you something, but I gotta speak in riddles.
Okay.
Did you see anything interesting on someone joining the Discord today?
I haven't really been paying attention, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I was just curious.
I'll have a chat off when I'm off in a minute.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you, I don't know, have you been in contact with Dave?
Directly, no.
Okay,
I've
so
seen him around.
I have had a message from him come through yesterday. He is
Okay.
still alive. He's just dealing with
Yep.
some real life stuff at the minute, and hopefully he'll be back
Yep.
soon.
Yeah, I figured that's what it was.
Yeah.
I have seen him around. I did send a message last night. I didn't expect a response, but that's fine.
Yep.
Um, you know,
And then
so
I know Darius. He's reached out to Darius as well. So, or vice
yep.
versa. Yeah, but yeah, he is
But I
fine.
will tell you, someone came into Wreckfest last night, and for a few races, I thought it was him. But
All right.
you know,
It could have been. He's got multiple accounts of it. So,
yep, and that's
but yep.
fine. I just
If
want
he,
him to
yeah,
know that
everybody needs a break at the end of the day. Especially Dave.
oh,
Obviously,
without a doubt,
he's
you
been
know,
hammering it out really hard recently. So it's totally understandable. And obviously, if it's family or something else
definitely,
going on, yeah, take your time. If you
yep,
are out there, Dave, take your time. We'll still be here whenever you want to come back.
that's right.
Yeah, we're talking about Mr. Dave, Mr. Dajnet. Yeah, Mr. Cope. Yeah, obviously, where he's not obviously been, he's kind of just upped and disappeared. Obviously, last Friday was the last stream that I know of. Um, obviously, I was very concerned actually. Monday, because he hadn't streamed. Tuesday came, no stream again. Thought, what the heck's going on? That's why I thought I'd start getting in, sending him messages, see if he's out there and stuff. So yeah, and obviously that's when he finally replies to his. So yeah, I'm fine now. At least I've heard. At least I've heard. That's the main thing. It's not knowing. It's kind of, oh, come on.
Well, and sometimes when people disappear, I'll send them a message just to kind of keep that open.
Yeah,
Whether I get a response or not, that way
at least it's
they
there.
know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Unload you lot. There we go. Cool. Ooh, what's going on? What are you talking? So I'm sitting here staring at all my computer components. All except the processor that won't be here till Saturday. Oh no, mate.
Oh, sorry, Neon. I just got a message from Amazon. Your processor's about 6 months out now.
Oh, that's so cruel.
Ah, ha, ha,
The
ha.
Ryzen 5 56. Oh, nice. Very, very nice.
I know you put LOL in that chat, but I also know what you're saying under your breath too.
Yeah, I think we all do that. uh, aye. So yeah, guys, make sure to keep your eyes open for Mr. Dave going live. Possibly today. Who knows if he feels he's up for coming back. Obviously, maybe Friday. But yeah, keep your eyes out and make sure to jump in there when he does go live and show him the community love. Yeah. Whatever is going on with him at the minute, we're all there for him. And we want him well and back. Only because I want the new map. Only kidding. Nah. But yeah, anyway, Mr. NBC, talking about maps. What about yours? Have you made any progress on your one?
What game we talking?
Farm Sim. I'm
I,
not talking about
I'm
Bleak and
not gonna lie to
Satisfactory,
you.
that's for sure.
I have not been outside of FSL. I have not touched Farm Sim since Pumps and Hoses.
Oh my goodness. Right, let's leave that there.
I just have no motivation to do anything in there right now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard, obviously. We've got the Silver Run and the Platinum expansion coming soon. Obviously, that is the big one that Dave's mainly waiting on, guys. But yeah, it is understandable. Obviously, I've been taking time out doing Satisfactory and stuff like that.
Well, see, one of the things that a lot of
But
people don't realize is I've only been a part of the community. Well, I think it's coming up to like 2 years
it's longer than
now.
me.
But I started playing Farm Sim in 2013 when it came out on console. And outside of maybe taking a week off here or a week off there, I've never truly taken a break from the game. I do miss the game, but I mean, I've got a lot of other things going on right now. You all know that I'm really into Satisfactory, and I'll
Are
be
you
honest with you
really?
guys. when I did the couple of Wreckfest things and bought the server and stuff, I didn't think that it was going to be a big hit, and that has grown um more than I thought it would. And actually, I found out some interesting information last night. Somebody was messing around with Twitch and said when you search Wreckfest, 4 out of the 5 last streams that come up are streams the SGA did with Wreckfest.
Cool.
So, I mean, I'm gonna keep that going as long as I can. And that's mainly depending on the community, because there's been a huge showing in the community
Oh, there
for it.
is. It's kind of surprising just
So,
how popular it's actually been.
well, yeah, and that's one of the things. I mean, it's an older game and everything, but like I said, I figured, it might last a couple of streams or whatever. You get 10, 15 people. Um, but I mean, after the first stream, I had to turn around and up the server because I maxed out the server the first night.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and we've maxed out 24 at least once. So,
Yep.
unfortunately, it's out there. Anybody can use it and
Yep.
stuff. It's all set up. We've got new tracks out there and stuff. And it boils down to the same thing. I just don't have enough time to stream or do everything I want. And right now, farm sim's just not a high priority.
Yeah.
You
See,
know,
I
not that
just
I
like
don't
Farm
love the
Sim too
game. I
much.
still
Keep
love the
coming back
game.
to it.
I mean, I have thousands of hours in it from there. From 13 on.
Yeah.
But where Satisfactory's at right now, Call of Duty's coming out. I mean, I paid over $100 for Madden and went out and bought a $700 freaking console machine, and I've played it 6 times.
Right. Yeah.
So it just
I'm just
things
doing
just
a
aren't
bit of a
fitting in there.
flyover,
And
by the
then,
way.
yeah, no, the map's looking great.
It's definitely coming on. It's definitely coming on. I've
But
got lots of ideas
I
still.
do plan on putting another one out. I'm just not sure what it's going to be yet.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of time, and obviously ideas as well. How do you want to? Whether you want to go for a full-on factory fest, I suppose is the best way to put it, or go a bit simpler, just throw a load of trees on there and a few
Well, I'm
mines.
going to tell you right now, if I go the route and do a 16x, which I've got it all converted, ready to start doing stuff, putting factories and stuff down for PC, then yes, yeah, I'll go with the style of map that I really enjoy, with all the productions and stuff like that.
Yep.
But somebody asked me if I'd ever thought about doing a 1x map and for console. So,
That's an idea.
you know,
Yeah. Would you go with the factories though? Or would you just go with, say, edits
so
of the base ones?
no, I would, but there's a lot more when you're putting it on the mod hub.
Yeah, exactly.
So, model wise and stuff like that, you got to be real careful with that stuff. As far as incorporating new products and stuff, I'd have to learn how to register the product with the actual thing,
Easily done.
in the mod itself.
I can help you anytime you want with
So,
that.
yep, yep.
I can even send you some over as an example. I've got about
Yeah.
half a dozen at the minute, ready
Yep,
for the new map.
yep.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, there's a lot of unknowns with what Giants has coming.
A lot
I'm
of
looking
unknowns.
forward to being
Yeah.
able to talk to Jab, because Jab, I sent Jab on a mission, and he's got some information for me with the direction of the FSL and stuff. So I want to have those conversations.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, there's a lot going on, and I'll be honest with you, I would love to stream a lot more, but sometimes I get ready to stream and I'm just like, nah, I'm not going to stream today. I'm just going to play. I owe the
Fair enough.
community a Satisfactory stream. A lot of people have been asking me about my Satisfactory world. It's grown a lot since the last time,
I bet.
but sometimes I just, get up in the morning on a Saturday or something and, do a cup of coffee, and then I just start playing, and I'm like, I just don't feel like doing the thing today.
Hmm.
And I'll be honest with you, I have fun with the Wreckfest streams and all that stuff.
Oh, they're
And,
great fun.
you guys have seen me do them like 3 and 4 nights in a row. But, oh, I'll be right back.
Okay then. Oh, I'm just about finished doing my little flyover of obviously Wolf Creek for anybody who hasn't seen it. Obviously, this is an amazing 4X map just to even get started for in FS22 for any of you guys. So what I'm actually going to do is call it there for today. Obviously, I will be back on Friday at my usual time. Dang, I hope those ads didn't kick in. But I'm just going to go over to the ending screen anyway. Oh, wrong one. That one. That helps. But yeah, big, huge thank you to all you guys. Let me get Google up so I can actually see who's out there currently streaming. I can get some credits going. Ba 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 bum, ba da 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 bum. And also I'll have a little chat with Mr. NBC off screen. But yeah, big thanks to Mr. obviously NBC for the resub, Acid Burn for the resub, Mr. Darius Frost for the raid earlier, and obviously for the follows. Rooster, thank you very much. And Arb, much appreciated. Yeah, if you need any help, you're more than welcome to message me on uh, the website, on here, or anywhere else, guys. And that goes for anybody. If you've got any problems, just messages. Also, I do see that there is. Okay, that's just replied to that one, Mr. Cope. You want to play my map, do you? I might do. We'll see. But at least for today, that is going to be it for me. Also, like I said, I am going to be back on Wednesday. Oh, let me just mute this a sec. We do have a fellow SGA member, Mr. Wheels, who was in chat with us a little while ago, currently streaming on the same map as myself, PV WolfCreek. So I think what we'll do is we'll go
Yeah,
over.
but Billy's looks better.
Yeah, obviously his is very, very early on. So for anyone who wants to see an early version without too many factories in there, this is going to be definitely it. Obviously, each member has a different take on the map, how they want to create it and stuff and tweak it. So let's go over, give Mr. Wheels a raid. Hopefully he comes up on my list. Yes, he is right there. So, yep. Obviously, like I said, I will be back Friday, same time, same place, for my usual 2-hour stream. Hopefully, Mr. Dave will be back today or Friday. We'll see. But until then, guys, stay safe, stay well as well. Remember that, yeah? Let's go give Mr. Wheels some SGA love. Bye.
Bye.